hard at work working on a historic build based on the city of Krakow. It is a Polish city that was destroyed by the Mongolians in, I think, like mid 1250s, 1250s ish, and they started rebuilding it towards the end of the 1200s, and it's actually really, really cool. Now, one of the interesting things about this game is you find that the majority of cities in the 12th and 13th century were actually grid based, but they did use very long, narrow burgage plots. And there's a reason for that, and that was to maximize how many houses you could have per road. And it's actually kind of interesting because they wanted to maximize how many crafters they could have. They used really extensive, long backyard workhouses. So what we have here is a very large middle plaza. It's actually the largest in all of Europe currently to this date still. Krakow is a really interesting city. So we're going to replicate this using historic builds. There will be no Brondos. There will be none of my shenanigans. I'm going to be doing everything as historic as possible. So let me give you the introduction. I am a couple hours into this series, and I have been working for a few days, editing and researching. I'm going to have an episode out, a full video episode out on this, but this build is so big, it's going to take me untold amount of time. There are going to be so many people in this build, thousands of population. I'm also playing on the hardest difficulty, and we'll get, so let me just preface by saying, so we're going to be skipping probably what I would consider to be the boring part, which is me tracing everything out and all of that. And we're starting in the thick of the build. So let me just give you the introduction, and then after that, I'm going to be cutting all this out from the final video, but I am going to tie in this live stream. But I just wanted to show you guys what I'm working on, because otherwise it's just going to be me in my room for like 5 to 10 hours, having the time of my life. But anyway, so welcome to Krakow. It is a shining example of medieval urban planning, culture, and trade. Now, this iconic Polish city is going to be really, really cool for us. Now, we're going to take the majority of this and take our own artistic liberties. It's not going to be perfectly. For instance, you see how it kind of goes narrow? That was because of marshlands and other things, so our city is going to have its limitations, but I'm going to get the bulk of the design into this. So at the heart of Krakow is the main market square, which is the epicenter of trade and community life. Now, what's really interesting is that the heart of the city in Krakow was actually the crafters, the traders, the booths, and the churches. There's going to be about 3 or 4 churches in this design. It's going to be huge. So taverns and all that were typically located near major roads, and that's actually where a lot of trade and commerce happen. So the cities were organized in grid layouts, and with granaries and storehouses placed near the town's edges or key intersections to manage and secure the city's wealth and food supplies. And beyond the city center, strip farming layout was really, really common along the whole countryside. So they had squares, and within these squares, they had strips. And this was to protect against soil erosion, so they would alternate. So it's funny because a lot of what we're going to see, it's actually really funny because I've gotten pictures, and it's literally just a square with really thin strips. So that's perfect for ox farming in this game. Religion was very vital. They had a massive church right next to the market square. It was one of the bigger buildings in the game. Well, yeah. And one of the main key things about this region was salt mining. So we're going to be taking another region for salt mining, and that's going to become a big trade of this too. But let's get to it. All right. All the way over here. So this is what I have so far. So if you looked at the picture, there's a little bit of Y and a little bit of rounding before the castle walls. Unfortunately, we do not have walls. This is the market center. Now, in the middle of the market center is a strip of marketplaces, a church, and all around the market is going to be craftsmen, liquor, all the good stuff. And so I've already gone through hours of starting in gameplay, and I will tell you that the hard difficulty really kicks you in the nuts. So our trade post is right here across the street from the storage house. We have a tannery already. We have a forager hut and berries. This is just the way that I did. They didn't have berries in the middle of their town hall, so I took a liberty there. So what they had, though, were industry sectors around their main area and an enormous amount of housing. So there's going to be just absurd amount of housing in this area. So on their city, it starts to form a narrow tip. Fortunately, my wild animals are right there, and I want to keep them. So we will build houses here. And then they had a wooden castle around these parts. So this is just an inspiration, right? We're going to do a bridge across here, and we're going to put our castle on a bridge, kind of do a little makeshift moat. So we're going to have the castle right over here in this design. But other than that, there's going to be an enormous amount of farming around it. So let's get into, you guys love the Benders, you love the Brondos. This is really what Burgage plots did look like. They were long strips. So I made these a little bit wider to stay within historical terms. But the reason they did this was because how plows work. They go straight and then they turn around, much like the farming. So in reality, they would help each other out. You know what I mean? Like they would come in and plow this stuff. In the game, though, they're all out here on their hands and knees. But essentially, too, roads, were hard to maintain. So they really tried to get every square inch of housing that they could to the roads. And you can look at lots of pictures. I will be in the main video. I will be posting pictures. But this is honestly what they look like. It's not efficient, but it's not terrible. So with the new mechanics, this new facility here, instead of the house, is the drop-off point. Now, one good thing about this is these are about one corpse pit, a little bit more. So each one of these, I'm hoping to yield around 50 veggies. If I get enough of them, I'm going to do the same for apples. But we're going to have a granary outside of town. So I'm trying to match the historic tones. And, the main food staple for this is bread. I have this whole massive introduction about what types of food people ate back then and like what they ate in this region. The global, I have like a 6-minute historical lesson planned for this when the full thing comes out. But I just kind of want to talk about what I'm doing. So all of my feelings aside, the whole point of this is that we're going to build this to historical trends as much as possible. But this is a historic city layout. And they did build in grids. So I think it's a really interesting conversation to have because people keep saying that grid cities aren't what they did, but it actually is. They built grids. But I will say this, they didn't build grids always like this. They had slight turns. There's it's hard to emulate perfectly because say they built a house here, then this guy wanted a house like this, right? So there'll be these little idiosyncrasies, little divots, you know what I'm saying? Like on the city design, you notice there was a Y and they built houses inside of that Y. And it's like, why didn't they just, end the street that way? Who knows? It's just like all the politics and all of the squabbling that goes into, just everyday life. You just never really know why, anything is the way that it is. But so I'm trying to incorporate some of that into here. Now, I will say, and as I specify in the guide, the easiest way to get that authentic feel is to build off of the main road. Because the main road forces you to take... It forces you to build off of curves that weren't made by you. Because, you would never decide to just say, oh, I'm going to do this and then this. It's just it does feel more natural to build off of these things. Yeah, quirky imperfections. Exactly. And quirky imperfections, honestly, they are hard to replicate authentically. Because if I'm just zigging and zagging to zig and zag, like this, it's different than something that just, takes that subtle, look at this. This road, it goes straight, right? It just takes a bend for absolutely no reason. In reality, it could be because there was a swamp there It could be there was like a really scary owl. Who the fuck knows, right? So those kind of things are what, in my opinion, when you look at the city layouts from the 13th, 14th century, make, even though they are grid cities, they do just look better than any of the grid cities that you design, because they aren't perfect, and they have those imperfections that just make them feel, a bit more alive. And it's really interesting. I spent like a whole gosh darn day studying all of these designs, and almost every one of them implemented some type of grid-like system. Yeah, it's definitely the scary owls. Scary owls. Plus one scary owl. All right. So I started off, we are at a total of 10 families. Now I am building single Burgage plots. So it's just like, take the efficiency side of the game out of the picture. What we're gonna do now is struggle with the historical accuracy of trying to build this stuff and see what happens. Now, what's interesting is, for that time, that backyard extensions were incredibly common. So what I found after all my research is this game is impeccably historically accurate. It was very common for people to have chickens, to have pigs, to have freaky owls. No freaky owls, but it was very common for people to have this. Another thing is that honey was like used for desserts and stuff like that too in this time period. So pretty much every food item in the game is accurate. There are actually a few things that are missing, but we won't get into that. Like mead and wine. Well, wine was imported from Hungary, but mead was definitely a thing. Mead was definitely a thing in this time. So I'm hoping that they bring that into the game. But yeah, roads, well, roads being built where they're easiest, that's what I'm saying, is that you have to kind of make that up. Like this like kind of V, I took this inspiration from the city design. So I really like some of the concept. So the main concept, though, is the large and unnecessarily big market square. This large. I would never do this because I am always trying to use every inch. So it's just stuff like that, like creating a large market stall area, things like that. And then we're going to have houses all around here. So all of these houses are going to be back to back. And I did use corpse pits just to make sure that these were perfectly distanced. I also did the same thing up here, but I tried to replicate the theory. So in Krakow's layout, it has basically a line of Burgage plots like this. Oops, yeah. Oh, no, that was right. A line of Burgage plots like this, and then another line of Burgage plots like that, and then a road in between. So they were pretty smart. They had a lot of pathways, and they built, it's kind of funny to find out that the way I have been building is actually incredibly historic. And it's more infuriating than anything, because I get so much shit for the way that I build things, that people are saying, "Oh, they built this game so you could build historically." It's like, I've been building historically the whole time. Like the Benders and the Brondos, of course, are a manifestation of how the game works rather than historic, because this is what a historic farm plot look like on a Burgage farm. This is historic, okay? And the farming plots, as I said, they did strips. So they would take a square and they would do small strips like this, which is perfect. This is perfect because if we do go into heavy plow, which I'm thinking of doing. So for this build, we're going to be focusing predominantly on food and trade. So I want to go into honey. That's one point. We want to go into orchardry. Now, wheat was actually reserved for the wealthy, and the majority of peasants ate rye. So we have to go into rye for historical reasons for this region. So that's 3. So I can go into plow for 4, and I really want to go into bakeries for 5, but that means that I can't get better deals. And you know what? That's probably okay, but we'll have to table that because this is a fertile region. So we're actually going to be able to use the same fields that we do rye on for barley. So instead we'll just do rye and then barley and then 1 year off. And so we're going to get really good yields off our farmland. But It's going to be crazy. I'm going to need some kind of wood reserve, potentially over here, for firewood. Things are going to get messy, but what's interesting is, as it said in the layout that I read, is they had strategically placed storehouses for where resources were. We have one central marketplace, which is fantastic. So I have all these guys over here, and I did notice in the design that they actually had a granary right around these parts. So you can kind of see that it's not too crazy of a design, but I do like the feature of this unnecessarily large marketplace. It just forces you to kind of allow for spaces in your cities. And this might be good if we ever get attacked, because we will need a place to fight, and we could fight in the center of our town. There we are, though. So yeah, if you're worried about large marketplaces being inefficient, they're not anymore. The new pet, you rarely eat food out of market stalls. They're eaten out of the granary. So remember, all foods are eaten equally. So that one egg, that will be eaten. If that's in the market stall, it's going to be eaten. But if I have enough eggs in the granary, it will eat them there first. So when you have like 180, you have 100 of any food, statistically it's going to be eaten it's going to be in the granary and be eaten. So as long as you're bringing in heavy volumes of each food type, your market stalls are barely ever stocked, because they're only stocked if that good has to be eaten. Because the new code for consumption is all foods are eaten equally. So it's actually a really good system, but it does mean that you can have your marketplaces pretty darn far. The most important thing in the game is granary location next to where your food producers are. So you can it's now actually possible to make cities like this, where it was not before. Anyway, so I'm going to use my authentic curvingness right here, and we're going to do that. But yeah, away we go. So I just wanted to kind of, because it's going to be a week or so before I get this full video out, I wanted to show people what I was working on, and just give you a taste. I wanted to do a city build, so we're going to do a bunch of these gents over here. And this is doing great. We're going to get ourselves another ox. We have 3 free families. I will tell you, though, it took me about 5 or 6 months to get my first family on hard mode, because it wanted everything. It wanted wood, it wanted clothing, it wanted Jesus. It was just like nag, nag, nag on that approval rating, man. Well, here we are. But yeah, so this is basically the same layout of Krakow. And I'm calling it New Krakow because it's not exactly identical. But we are going to really need to work on, getting some decent food systems into the game. So these are my apple orchards. So I'm going to get a few of these guys going. Now, like I said, these aren't going to be terribly efficient, but they are going to produce for us. I'm thinking about 50 apples a pop. And I'm one corpse pit generally gives you about 45 apples, 45 veggies. And you can see that these are about a corpse pit and a third. So, like, worst case scenario, I should be looking at 50. I like to use really conservative numbers, especially because of spoilage, drought, and all that stuff. Better to overproduce, better to be overprepared. But we are going to have so many people. Now, these are going to be double Burgage plots, and we are going to expand to level 2. Now, when you're playing on the hard difficulty, one thing you have to realize is the negatives hurt bad. So that means if I don't get this church, I need to get this church upgraded ASAP. It's one of the easiest things I can do. I also need to start thinking about booze, because that gets real bad. They are mean drunks. They are very mean drunks in this town. So let's get some stone. Let's get some clay. We're going to start piling in on everything. Also, you want to upgrade your large storehouse as fast as possible, because you really do start to accumulate a lot of resources. But overall, we're doing great. Food is fine and dandy. Everybody loves me. It's a wonderful world that we live in. But yeah, we're going to have to do quite a bit. I'm going to have a bunch of forger huts. We're going to have another granary over there. The marketplace is doing its thing. We're going to need a lot of market stall workers. This is going to get intense. I'm most likely going to line this common goods stall area here with tactical granaries. But we're going to do great. There's going to be here's the good thing and the bad thing. Is it going to be efficient? No. But is it going to work? Absolutely, because we're going to have more people than we have common sense. We're going to be able to just overload our granaries. We're going to be able to hit 100% on everything. I guarantee it. This is honestly pretty efficient in certain ways. So like we have all these areas that we can fill with chickens, pigs, I don't know. And there's plenty of places for granaries. Now, there's no full city walls in the game yet, so can't do that. So I'm going to hold off because I don't know if I want to go into rye. Well, I actually do know I want to go into rye. But here's the thing. I don't have to think about what I want to do with rye. Because when you have a perfect fertilized area, the whole dang thing is perfect rye. So we're going to have so much bread. A lot of the farmlands are just going to be around the city. I think we'll start up here and make our way. But barley fertility is pretty strong everywhere. So another thing that kind of dominated the landscape at this time was that they did like to have roads. And it's kind of like, I'm not going to lie, it's kind of like the Midwest, the way that they did their farms. So they just did strips like this. And 0.5 Morgan strips are the best, especially with ox. And you can bet we are going to be using ox in this map. 0.6 is fine. But they just did strips kind of like this. Oh, these are kind of slanted. But, I wonder why they're slanted. Okay. So one of them's going to be wonky. We'll call this the wonky one. All right, 0.4. But then the rest of them are going to be straight after that. Cool. 0.6. But we want these as straight as possible. But this is how they actually did their farming back then. And they alternated the strips to prevent massive soil erosion. They were pretty smart, and the way they got really good at farming and stuff, so they weren't dumb. Okay, we're gonna destroy this road here. Okay, so how many? Wait, first off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, perfect 6. And nothing needs to be perfect. And you know what? That imperfection actually like adds to that quirkiness factor. Because that's how it was. Sometimes you had a little midget farm, and sometimes. Fine. There we go. All right. So this is what farming looked like, and what's awesome is it's perfect for the way that plows work. So what's weird is they alternated for soil erosion. I really hate doing that. I mean, it would look more historically accurate, right? So they would go wheat. So the way I want to do this is we're going to do wheat, barley, fallow, okay? So then the second guy here, he's got to be wheat, barley, fallow. And we're just going to work our way down wheat, barley, okay? And so this would be a historically accurate way that they would do things. And we'll do them in 6s so that I don't go crazy. But I think I'm probably going to lose my mind. We'll turn this into rye. Actually, no. Okay, so I am going to buy rye because I do not want to have to come back and update all of these. But it says rye is 100%, but guess what? It's actually higher than 100%. It can sometimes be 120. The game just doesn't go over 100%, so you're actually getting like absurdly more than you think. Because like right now it says wheat's 92. You're getting like, this is actually more like 120, 130 in fertility. So the amount of wheat and all that we're going to get is pretty darn crazy. So I'm going to have a ton of farms like that. And we're going to be making lots of food. It's going to be kind of crazy. And it looks like I got a little weird here. Perfect. But we're in good shape. We're just going to continue to grow the village. I did just get a tier 2 Burgage plot over here. And we're turning that into our first boyar. Perfection. I do like all of the little roads, the way that people move around. I put some wells center of the map. We're definitely going to want to upgrade these bad boys because I think we're going to have a lot of Burgage plots. I'm almost thinking instead of going into trade that I might go into charcoal burning because I think we're going to need a lot of charcoal or people are going to die and they're going to all freeze to death. When you go to these large pops, things start to get weird. And the amount of market stall workers we need, whew. Don't even get me started. All right, let's upgrade the granary. We're going to need to get another granary worker right now, but I just don't have the workforce for it. But let's try to get all of these things off the floor. But this is, yeah, this is the historic way that they used to do this stuff. Now, they would sometimes even go a weird diagonal method, but we can't do that because it would, the ox would just never get anything done. But for the most part, we can still stay historically accurate. All right, we got 4 available living spaces. Let's start busting these dudes out. But yeah, I'm glad you guys didn't have to watch the first hour of me trying to figure out how to map this, because I spent like 3 hours editing it down into 15 minutes of getting all of the roads right for this. Oh, man. Yeah, so this is the river map, and it's great. It's a great map. Supposedly they fixed a lot. I think that the bug fix is going to be mainstream soon, but before I started this, I confirmed that everything was working. And he's moving in on a bandit camp over here. I have been stealing the majority of these bandit camps. So we're going to steal some more. Actually, I'm strong enough that I can finally fight the bandit camp myself. We're going to meet him at the bridge. I want the influence that comes from killing these bandits so that I can take a region. So the salt that I want to take for this is actually over here. So I am going to have to go to war with him in order to get the salt trade. And that's just part of the historic build. This region, Krakow, was known for its salt trade, so that's just me kind of completing the historic. It's kind of like choose your own adventure objectives. Like my objective is salt. All I'm gonna do is sell the salt. I'm not gonna use it. Now they actually were they were not allowed to eat meat on Sundays, but they were allowed to eat fish. So they were really into salted fish. So I'm also hoping at some point they put salted fish into the game. All right, let's make our way downtown. But yeah, I'm gonna live stream this for you guys to kind of see what I'm doing, and I just wanted to talk about historic builds, and then I'm gonna be playing this for like 15 to 20 hours and just taking chunks out, and I'm making one giant historical episode, and it's gonna be good. I go over how I made the whole town in it, and but this part of the map is the fun part because you're growing it. You're trying to figure out the logistics of the game and how it's gonna work with a historic build. We're for sure gonna have, for instance, a granary over in these parts. I was hoping I could actually fit, because they like to have granaries at crossroads. So I feel like that this is an appropriate place for a granary right here. And that's what we're gonna do. I also feel like they would have had a well somewhere nearby for all these houses. Perfect. Put a well. So we're going to make ourselves... And I think we need some Jesus here. I think that this is a great location for Jesus. So we'll put a church in here for the outside. Religion was really important. So in order to keep your builds historic, you just need to have more churches than you think are necessary. Fish. Yeah, I want salted fish at some point. Well, yeah, we're doing great. I mean, what I'm looking, when I come out with the final episode, I'm going to show the final city at the beginning, and I'm going to go over the logistics of the entire city, and then it's going to go into a let's play. But I think it's probably going to be like a solid 20 to 30 minutes of just talking about history, Manor Lords, historical building practices, and then for those who actually want to see how I did it, they will have that option. But it's gonna probably be like so long. It's gonna take me a bit to do this, probably like a week or two. All right. I did not. Okay, stand your ground is on. We want to push forward. Speed this up. So you have to hit the raider. I guess you don't have to finish it off though to get the influence from it. So I on hard mode. Okay, I got 360. On hard mode, what was crazy is the Lord. He had his army well before I even could get a storehouse up to even get some spears. So I got shanghaied. He got me good. So he's going to be pretty strong, and I'm going to need to prepare myself. I also need to go to my Fletcher and start bows, but I'm kind of dialed in. So I have enough for a mercenary army. We're going to be attacked in 173 days. I really need this money. I really need to get up these apple orchards. The fire has started. Oh no. Rubble. All right. And don't be afraid also to have multiple hunting camps. They're free. And especially when you have wild animals and you need more storage early game. All right. So we're dandy. But we have a rich wild animal, so that's really good. Yeah, I'm feeling great. So one thing I will say that I like about the historical design is it makes a lot of sense. It actually is made, this design has actually made me rethink, because like I would always have my crafting buildings next to the storehouse and trade. They'd throw the trade post right next to the storehouse, the granary. They threw it all together and had all the crafting buildings right here. So like, you know, the saw pit and all that, typically I like to have that close to storehouse, but in the historic design, you had all of these things separate, and you concentrated your crafters near where they were actually selling goods, which makes a ton of sense, because when you're going to market, you know, just like in reality, you don't want to be, you know, going all over the place. You want it all in one location. So, and then you have Jesus. There's always Jesus everywhere. And then the booze. But they were huge drunks. They drank a lot. So what's good is in the patch they fixed it so that taverns can work together now. We were limited to one tavern because of a glitch, but that has supposedly been solved. I really hope it is, because I will be crying if it is not. Okay, we're gonna need quite a few of these bad boys going. So in the spirit of me, I am going to... Oof, this is going to be an interesting area for enemies to get through. Okay. Another hallmark is that they did usually have lots of roads going between areas. So I'm going to try to emulate that and get some sideways roads going. Mainly for farmland. But we need to get more apple orchards going. And I'm going to keep them, as I said, a little small. But we need more wood. Oof. This is the hardest part of this, is that my needs are excessive. So they're really, like, I have big needs. Like the amount of wood I'm gonna need to build this super city, I think I counted that I'm gonna need something like over 100 Burgage plots just for this area. And then, oh man, so many Burgage plots. That's not fun. We're gonna have to deforest and reforest. So with me talking to myself out loud, I'm realizing that the forester is definitely gonna need to go up. I have it set so that they won't destroy Bambi's habitat, but it's always good to check that stuff. You know, check yourself before you wreck yourself. And we're hollowing this area out because there are going to be more houses in the design. Well, we'll see. This stage of the game is fun because we're building, but I guarantee you that there's going to be about 3 or 4 hours where I'm just like watching a movie and waiting for like 500 families to move in. So let's upgrade this to a large tavern. We need to get this church up. So the next thing that I want to do is also get a clay furnace. So this is my industry area I've designated next to the storehouse in this weird little area. Some of these guys already got eggs going. So like I said, we're going to need an abundance of granaries. I'm probably going to put another granary here that does not do market stalls and is just an, you know, like an egg facilitator. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to do my honey yet, but most likely it's going to be out over here. I mean, we could even do honey right around these parts. It kind of would make sense. But I'm trying to figure out how to make that look less like the industrial age is started in 1300s and more, you know, aesthetically pleasing. Someone left a wonderful comment on one of my videos. I actually thought it was really funny. It's just this, like, Manor Lords. You can make aesthetically pleasing medieval towns, and it's like everybody else. It's like the industrial age starts now. It's just like, it's kind of true. It's just like, we have that, it's just like, I need 15 clay furnaces. All right, let's get the clay furnaces going. Let's get someone in trade. Let's buy a horse. So I'm going to start trading out, I think, berries. I was trading them out on a minor way. Now we're going to trade them out in a major way. And I think we're actually going to go the distance and do the full 24 apiaries to get the 2 honey per day maximum, because that's a really good trade item. The population goal of New Krakow is undetermined. I'm going to fill the whole design. I'm estimating easily 1,000 to 1,500 population. It's going to be scary big. It's going to be something I would never do. So, but I know if any, I have made a 1,000 pop perfectly tier 3 city with full barley when the game wasn't working correctly. So I am positive I can get it to work with the systems now properly in place. I think I could probably do two. I could do as big as I want. I have fertile farmland. That's, if you have fertile farmland, it's GG. So we're doing these apple fields just a little bit bigger because I feel that it's appropriate. These are more like countryside Burgage plots. These are country folk, but we're going to need a lot of them. But this, what I read is that they called it the road tax, is that the more houses you could get on there, the more taxes you could get out of an area. It was kind of the logic. I have to I need to study the tax laws of this period, so bear with me. They're hard to find. I'm always open for history buffs, though, to chime in with some sources on that stuff, because I definitely will read it. I have a weird... I'm weird. I don't know. I like that stuff. I study tax law. I used to study tax law, I should say, because I still do, but not at the extent that I did when I was in a CPA firm. But more so to the industry I work in. But, yeah. Some people are different. Perfect. Okay, Burgage plot 2. So what we need are some shoes. Now the raiders have stolen my hammers. So we're going to have to build our own bloomery with our bare hands. And we're going to have to build a smithy. And I'm going to put the smithy down here. I still want to get a couple foragers up in this area. I need to probably start putting foragers up in this area. Oof. So I don't forget. I'm going to put one here. And I'm going to put two. No, I'm going to put houses here. I wanted houses next to the church because I thought that would look cool. It doesn't look like I can put this guy here. I should probably move the berryman. Okay. The berryman is being a dick. I feel like I could get a couple in here. So let's move these guys over here so that I can properly do this. Nice, we got 5 families, and it's time to go on a... We got to be careful about upgrading too quickly without having the barley and without having the Jesus, but we're getting real close to that one. So I do need to expand the living spaces of these individuals. We need to get as much, and we just... Right now I'm just trying to get as many apples going as possible. It's going to take 4 years. And if you look at the tooltip, it now even tells you that. It tells you that it takes 4 to 5 years for the apple trees to mature. Yeah, tax law of the time is you pay the taxes or we kill you. But no, there were actually sophisticated laws that were written. Well, I mean, I use the term sophisticated loosely. They had written laws, so you could that describe the rationale for how they had laws like on how wide and how long burgage plots could be, and all of that had to do with optimizing taxes and increasing how many people they could cram into an area and keep them productive. So as I was saying in the beginning of this, they built these things long like this because they wanted people to be able to craft and have craftsmanship and be able to have chickens and do all that stuff. And they wanted to have as many houses as possible crammed into the area. So they did look like this, like, kind of dystopic medieval suburbia, which is really interesting. Really interesting. I know people will point to pictures. It's like, well, look what the Dutch did. They put houses in circles. And it's just like, yeah, but a lot of Europe lived in this dystopic medieval suburbia. So if you study some of these cities, you know, a lot of them are kind of Romanesque too. Like the 13th and 14th century, you know, coming into the Renaissance, like it was kind of the revitalization of Roman, you know, Roman designs, Roman ideas. So let's get some oxes. Oh yeah, so the raiders in this I'm calling the Mongolians because the Mongolians destroyed Krakow in 1200, and the Mongolians were in this area. So yeah, anyone that we attack is Mongolians from here on out. That's what I've been referring to them as. Upgrade. Okay, we got to upgrade this church ASAP. Now we're playing on the, like I said, the hardest difficulty, so it's going to be really difficult to get these guys all in agreement. So I need some iron ore. We're going to send one gentleman into the mine pit, or one family, one poor family. I don't feel good about myself. I'm just sending women and children to mine iron, do hard labor. All right, this is looking historical. I'm feeling good about myself. I'm hoping that the irony is I feel like this is going to enrage people more than my benders. So that's actually kind of funny. All right. So we need to get like a decent yield off these farms. I do want them to be slightly long. Pull it from here to here. Let's keep them identical in some regards. Okay. Okay, one less. There we go. These are about 50 a pop. There we are. It's beautiful. Now, we'll have a granary right here that goes down the line and gets everything as is written. This is pretty much all I want to do for this. And I think we need to continue to get the farming plots up. So let's make these as historical as possible. We're doing the Lord's work. But what's great is every single one of these is going to be able to grow barley and... Ooh, that's 0.3. Going to be able to grow barley and rye. That's 0.7. I don't like that. I don't like it, but I'm going to accept it. It's just... Because we're alternating every other year, alright, it's going to be fine. So let's see. Maybe they fixed it. 0.5 has just always done historically really well for me. But I will say that a small strip like this at 0.4 is not bad. Alright, I'm changing my mind. We're going to go with small strips because the reason that I do 0.5s is because by the time the ox is done plowing, the families usually have fully planted a 0.5 Burgage plat. So they just go in tandem really, really well. So yeah, we're going to get these strips. And to be honest, the strips were pretty thin like this. It's really interesting. I always thought that they did a form of crop rotation, but what they did was strip rotation. And it's kind of weird because you would think that crop rotation and just plowing one giant field and alternating would be easier. But they also, you know, grew foods seasonally, and there were 3 different growing periods. And so certain crops would cause less erosion. So, you know, they had their wizardry. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we have a bonus strip. So the same thing. We're gonna just alternate rye barley, then a year off. Oopsie daisy. Fallow, crop rotation, rye. Oh man, could you imagine if we had a copy feature or something? I would kill for that. Yeah, I promise not to make you guys watch me do too many of these. Just enough to get the picture. I think that this will be it, okay? I promise. I promise this won't just be like the worst thing you've ever seen in your life. All right, rye, barley. Or, you know what? Screw it. I promise you that it is. It's going to be the worst thing you've ever seen. Honestly, if this is the worst thing you've ever seen, you are living a blessed life. I feel like I already messed up, but it's okay. This is what I hate about doing so many of these small guys. I mean, once you get it set up, though, it's a beautiful thing, but I feel like I messed up somewhere. But I also feel like it doesn't matter. Like, it's all gonna wash out. Yeah, copy paste would rock, or if I could, or a copy paste alternate would rock. But that is a lot. That is a lot. And you can hit tab and kind of see. So I screwed up because I missed one, but that's okay. At least as long as each one has its own fallow year, it's going to be great. So what we want to do is put a windmill in this little crook. Or no, I don't like that. I don't like any of that. I had a dream and my dream has been ruined. Okay, that does seem like the proper place for it though. Not enough goods, so I think I'm gonna leave it there. But a farmhouse, I think farmhouse and a windmill will look good here. And we can start getting barley in. So we are gonna need a malt house. So let's go down to the industrial sector. Let's look at the tavern. Now the tavern is going to need booze. And we have a lot of families to move in. So it's critical that we get 4 families making alcohol or a number of families making alcohol. Now, I've been actually told, people have tested it, that single Burgage plots, four families between 2 single Burgage plots versus 1 for some reason yields more. So there's something broken about double Burgage plots when it comes to production. They're just not very effective. I'm going to place 2 individuals here for that reason, that we're most likely going to both be making booze. Because at some point, this place is just going to be nuts, okay? It's going to be a nuts place. We're going to need an absurd amount of liquor. And our fuel and our food are both telling me I am screwed. Okay, that's because we moved the woodcutter. I moved a few things. Let's hit the tab button. We don't have wild berries yet. We're going to hit the tab button. We're going to take a look around, make sure that I'm not missing any key critical infrastructure. We have a granary over here. It's not going to do any kind of market stall work. Perfect. Okay. The apples are in motion. We just need to let people build up. But, so I just want to kind of point. We have 20 families. I'm not even tier 3. Okay, I am not even tier 3. And I have finished a sliver, an absolute sliver of this design. Now, in this time, I was told they ate a lot of bread. So, okay, the raiders are coming from my soul. It's, I got sidetracked. It is time. Who's the cheapest? I feel like these guys are cheap. Wait. So, it will tell you they'll arrive. Yeah, they'll arrive in my region. It tells you where they arrive. So, really look at where they arrive when you're in this situation. Because if your guys arrive on the other side of town, you are screwed. All right, we are going to meet these individuals. Ooh, can we? I don't think we can get there to the bridge in time, but that would have been ideal. I really don't want to lose spearmen, though. I'm quite comfortable losing many of these other individuals as I want, though. All right, let's get into motion. We don't care if any of these guys die except for the spearmen. Yeah, in '98, I was in the 6th grade. Oh, nice. He came in and he's gonna help out. So I didn't need to do that at all. He's gonna steal all that influence too, and then he's gonna take more. So look, on a hard difficulty, he's got 1 region left. So at some point, he's gonna want my lunch. So I gotta start getting ready for that. So we are making bows. All right. I think we're gonna be smart. I think we're gonna put on our smart boy hats, and we're gonna get the smithy up. We're gonna start making tools, but I think we're gonna start importing iron, and we're gonna start making crossbowmen. Because even with just 1 good crossbow, you can really screw somebody's day. All right, we moved all that junk. All right, so I want him here. Once this log is moved, I can put 1 more forager hut there. And that will give me the 3 forager huts that I need. Everything is beautiful. We need to start getting some more houses up. Realistically speaking, the houses here can be... Yeah, this is great. I think what we're going to do here is move... well, that was demolished. Yep, that's good. Unencamp back on. I kind of want to do... I know the designs call for houses like this, but I kind of feel like in this city, yeah, they're taking the last region, that the houses were like this, and then they were like... And then they were the sideways houses. That's how I'm feeling. That's my historical feelings right now. How I gauge whether or not this city is accurately historical. I just summon my inner feelings. Cool. I'm going to make all of these guys producers. They're going to be blacksmiths and all types of stuff for everything that's going on around here. But like I said, we haven't even started filling out the city, and I am already overflowing with Burgage plots. Okay. Everybody can go home now. I wasted some money. And we're going to need to start getting boards so that I can build the bridge. I need to get this bridge up so that I can build the manor in the proper location. If you move a manor, it gets super glitchy. And so that's why I'm avoiding putting a manor down and moving it. I want to put it exactly where I want it to be. I've just had so many issues moving that stuff. But look how great we're doing. So let's come back over here. And do I have enough road access obstructed? Yeah, it's just too big. Oh, it wanted to go. All right, so what we're going to do is delete this road. Not enough goods. Okay. And I'm just going to... We'll delete it when we're ready and we have enough goods. We're sitting at no planks. Do I even have someone in the saw pit? I do. It's an ox issue. You can tell already. It's always the mocks. Well, we're clearing this area out well. That's fantastic. We got meat coming in. Our food is kind of doing okay. I need an extra granary worker. Oh, this is gonna get tough. We're gonna need to upgrade this bad boy too. Yep. I'm on board. I see you. I see it loud and clear. We're gonna need to get this guy up. We're gonna need to get more people cutting. Gonna need to get myself a second saw pit. We're going into the Industrial Revolution already. I probably want to get some more chicken eggs. It's time for the chickens to come home. But I'm going to hold off because I don't want to... I already just have a massive logistic cost on this one unit. So I got to wait for my population to catch up to my ambitions. And let's get these veggie farms out, though. I want food flowing in. Kind of actually feel like up here would be a better spot for the granary. It is a crossroad, too. They put their granaries at crossroads because they were smart. Yep. This is the spot for another granary right up here. Nice. Yeah, we're going to put a back granary. Perfect. Like I said, they eat from granaries first, so as long as those market stalls are full of food, I don't really have to worry about the distance of granaries. Pretty neat. The one thing I do have to worry about, though, is the distance of storehouses to firewood. So what we're most likely going to want to do is have potentially a storehouse and a firewood cutter, and separate, like 2 of them, different regions. But we could play around with that later. This is going to be a rather large city, so the logistics are definitely going to have to adapt. All right. Forager hut is in seasonal. I missed the season. I got distracted. This is why I like set it and forget it approaches, but it's okay. 64 is good enough for me for now. The veggies are starting to come in. The eggs are starting to come in. Oh, there's just too much going on. I gotta slow down just a tad bit. Wonderful. Perfect. The world is our oyster. All right, we're at 70%, so it's starting to catch up with us. Lack of entertainment's only giving me a -4, but eventually they're going to start demanding alcohol. Now, I typically do about 1 family per 0.75 Morgan. Holy crap. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we're using 2/3 of these in any given year. 8. Okay, so that is 6, 6, 6. Okay, that's 18. That's pretty close to where I'm at, so I'm gonna need, oh god, I'm gonna need a lot of farmhouses. I think you can do more than that, but we'll find out. If we get plows, we'll need far less. So we're definitely gonna have to use plows, because a plow is equal to 4 families. So 1 family and a plow is like 4 fields. Like a pretty substantial force multiplier. Fantastic. But yeah, this is actually the historical way of strip farming is actually how you farm with the heavy plows. So next skill point's going to go into heavy plow. We're going to need 1 more tier 2 house, so I guess I better do that right now. Passive wealth never hurt anybody. So the trade post I put facing the main road, because I wanted it to be as clean as possible for the traders coming in. Everything is wonderful. All right. We have so much to do. It is not even funny. Cobbler's shop going up now. I am going to take this individual out of the bloomery. I'm going to allow them to continue mining because I want all of these resources gone. The stone is gone. We're going to have to start importing stone. That is a bitch. Yeah, that's not always fun. The big thing is I'm still going to try limiting myself. We're not going to buy a route. We'll just let people come in and give us stone by foot for free. I'm just going to set a really high amount of stone, like 60. And then I want to buy for sure. I want to start trading warbows whenever I can. We'll have to buy a route for that, and our cap's going to be 30. Warbows are going to be a primary export. No more. Okay. Woodcutter is going to go down to 1 here, and he's going to go up to... You know what? We're going to just go all the way. And we're going to need multiple woodcutters because we need to store a lot. With a design like this, you want to have like about 100 to 300 logs easy on retainer, and this is the only building that can give you storage for logs, so don't be afraid to spam those bad boys. Okay, granary over there, granary over here. We're not using any of them. Well, actually, they just put a fucking carrot in there. Who's putting carrots in that granary? I didn't give you guys permission. None of these guys are going to do market stalls. They're just food runners. All right, cool. We're in business. We're going to get heavy plow. So we got to get farming going here relatively soon. And like I said, the main threshold here is going to be ox. Let's get this freaking windmill up. Oh my god. Efficiency. Okay, yeah, we're about to destroy the road. My soul hurts. Alright, 82%, 89. Ooh, 95. Okay. My historical... The gods of history visited me and said that they were okay with this. So we're going to do this. But they did say that they wanted a janky road going down the middle like so. Perfect. And they wanted... What's that? A granary. But this granary is, in fact, going to control market stalls. It's going to control the bread market stall. But remember, Once they stock that market stall with bread, as long as I have enough bread in the granary for them to consume, it will never consume. It will consume it from the granary before the market stall, and I'll never have to fill up that market stall. Now, I could make a market stall here for that reason, but I'm going to show you that you don't even have to do that. I just like to do that in my designs because I have control issues. So, but you don't actually always have to do that. It is a little bit more optimal, but it's not not cool. It's not historical. All right. So we are going to have communal ovens. I am going to be going into bakeries, though, because I do want houses to make the bread. And then once I have houses making bread, we're going to be in good shape. So off the bat, what I'm going to do is get a couple of bread-making houses ready. So we're going to need 2 houses right here. All right. We're going to add a plow station. That sounds kind of dirty. I like it. We're in good shape. We got 6 out of 9. All right. It's time for a set it and forget it approach to the forager huts. I really don't want to screw up on these berries. If I screw up on these berries, we all die. Horrible deaths. People starving to death on the streets because they don't have berries. It's literally the only thing between us. Complete annihilation right now. Perfect. We have a lot of food. We're doing the Lord's work. Let's get another archer procced. I'm eventually going to move into crossbows. So I did get this gentleman over here. Pump bows out. I'm not going to put a production limit on shoes because I need... Okay, I'm going to need as many as I have plots, and that's going to be big. I think we're going to have 200 Burgage plots. So many. I'm going to do 300. We're going to have 300 Burgage plots. I'm going to probably need some goats. We really, really, really need a hides at this early stage. Not because hides are not used, but they're hard to accumulate in large quantities. Well, I should say the quantities that I need. Remember, there's like around 100 Burgage plots that are going to come to this design. All right, so we have 7 months worth of fuel. We got a camp over here that I'm not putting any individuals in. We've got a hitching post over here. Perfect. Upgrade this guy. But we're going to permanently assign... Yes, let's get it going. Yeah, look at that. We're going to permanently assign 2 of these bad boys. I want this farmhouse... Oh, that is so cool. I'm actually really excited about having a proper farmhouse. I know I'm taking away from my peeps down here, but I think they'll understand. Get that freaking ox out, man. Show me the ox. He's plowing. Where is he plowing? I don't... Oh, no. He's plowing this thing, isn't he? Oh, where is he plowing? Okay. This is the lowest. All right. Hold up. I think... We'll play it by ear. If they start plowing that thing, though, I'm going to have to remove it. Okay, there it goes. Look at him go. He's off to the races. Look at them go. It's beautiful. It's like that Kelly Clarkson song. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this. Except I'm not going to sing it. Yeah, dude, they're going fast. This is great. This is going to save so much man hours. I love it. But we're going to probably need a couple more farmhouses. But I think that they're going to do a good job. The first year you do anything always sucks because it's never been plowed. So, there's so many jokes I want to make that I can't right now. But yeah, the first year, never mind. I'm moving on. You get the drift. I seriously can't. Every time I say plowed, I can't focus. All right. We're doing great. All right, so alcohol is the next thing. So, yeah, we need to get, in this section over here, a malt house. Oh, man, can I do... I was hoping I could put 2 Maltese in here, but... Oh, I can! Yeah, we're definitely going to want 2 malt houses here. We don't need it yet, but one day we will. One day we will. And getting the barley from all the way up here is going to be a pain in the ass. But you know what? They did it. They did it. And what's crazy is we're going to be surrounding this whole dang thing in farmland. It's going to be all the ways around. And it's going to be super, super productive. The amount of bread and everything is going to be immense. Awesome, awesome. So we just kind of need to keep everybody above 75% so we get 2 families per month. Right now we're actually not getting that many families, but I really like this layout. It does look really nice, to be honest. It looks pretty sweet. I like the church centered. I like all of the crafting centered. I like that people have to live in these shitholes. Great. Makes me feel better about myself. All right. 88, 94, 85. So we're not at 100% because I don't have max people in my granary and storehouses, so I need to do that.
Come along.
Yeah, trading overhaul is supposedly in the works for the next patch. So I'm hoping that the next patch is going to really open up the game to a whole new world. There we go. That should get us into the 100 percentages. 78% approval, which is really good, all things considered. We got a lot of good bow production. Crossbow production is definitely the next thing. I need to get a lot of boards, so let me actually come down to my planks. I believe I probably set a really weird cap. We're going to need to go to something like 150. I'm going to slap another dude in the saw pit. We're going to get this sawing action going on. We need absurdly more ox. We are out of money, which is never good, and it's probably my fault because I got greedy. We're gonna stop importing stone for a bit. We're running really low on stone, and that makes me sad, but I can't afford it. I'm broke. I'm broke! Look, we got some apples. We got some veggies coming in. We got some foods. Okay. All right. It's time to put someone in. I'm going to say this granary just because of its proximity, and we'll upgrade that one too. But these are just food runners. But this will reduce the logistics of these guys having to come over here and help. I'm not going to set ranges on these dudes because I really just want them to kind of like work it out themselves. All right. We don't have any money. What do I have to do? All right, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these bad boys. I'm saying 50 a pop. So that's almost 5. Yeah, and the same here. I think we're good. This is probably around 4 to 550 in veggies and apples right there. That's gonna do pretty decent. If I get the bread coming in, I get the barley coming in. We got 33 barley, 72. So look at this, guys. 72 rye and 33 barley, 38 barley. That is so much for like 0.4s and 0.5s. And over here, you can see we got higher, but 0.5s are where it's at. We're getting the fertilities here are just immense. The food we're going to be making out of just this small area right up there is pretty significant. Now we have tier 2 Jesus, and that's really good. That's keeping us at 75%. Yeah, we're doing great. We got 58 war bows for sale. I'm just hoping a war bow type guy comes around, but I don't have. I need to get the 100 clams. Okay, so we need to save up 100 clams so that we can get a nice little trade route going. Perfect, perfect. We're gonna upgrade the gents over here to tier 2 first so that we can increase their pantry size. It's the most important thing is that your pantries don't get overwhelmed. Nobody wants an overwhelmed pantry. I have like, sometimes I say things and I feel like the lamest person who's ever lived. Just like that's my quote, that's my phrase. Nobody wants an overburdened pantry. What the fuck is wrong with me, man? I gotta get control of my life. All right, we're at 11 regional wealth. Okay, upgrade some of these to small stables. I'm thinking we just don't have money. If I had money, I would get a livestock trader and I would just start mass ordering ox because we're gonna need like 40, 50 ox for the city this size because we got logs pulling, we got crops plowing, and it's gonna be big. This is pretty sweet. I'm actually really surprised how much food we're getting here. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Use your berry farmers. That's not a bad idea. Use these guys over here for berry farming. They are kind of off season. Cool. I mean, I could start growing spices and trading them. I always end up discontinuing to sell herbs, and then I have like 1,000 herbs. Like, so I just stopped getting them. But they are really good for early game trade. Okay, we've got another ox. We need ox so bad. Because I only got 6 for the village, and there's so much wood to be moved. All right, we got 55 boards. We got to get the manor up, basically. Okay, so this is going to be the castle. It's perfect. It's all it is just a bridge. Okay, we need stone. Oh man, my broke ass. Okay, it's the story of my life. I spent all my stone on my big ambitions, on my garage band of life. And now I have no stone. And I don't have enough money. Here we go, we made some money. Okay, we're gonna have to start selling anything that's not glued down to a table. I think we can do it. So one bad thing about being us, besides everything, we're gonna buy a route for firewood, and we're gonna up our firewood. Yeah, we're gonna go a little crazy on the firewood. Because we have rich farmland, the only thing we have is wild animals. That's rich, which is good because it helps us with leather. Most likely, what we're gonna have to do is start selling alcohol and bread, since we just have so much of it, and we're going to be growing so much of it, and we'll be growing some close to the trade hub. This is only one thing that we got going on up here. So, like I said, first harvests always suck. I never really count the first harvest. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, we're doing great. The ox are finally at a good place. You got them gents over here. Need a few more. I just need one of these dudes to get to tier 2. We just have 21 available living spaces, so this is like what I'm talking about. There gets to be a point in the game where you're just kind of waiting for it to catch up with you. Cool. 39. I think what we're going to do is save up enough money. Damn it. That one route I bought for 60. Now it costs 150. I should have held off. I need 150. I just keep shooting myself. I have to buy this war bow. I have to buy it. It's the only way we're going to live. War bows are stupid easy to make, and they're stupid easy to sell. All right, we got 5 free families. Wonderful. Saw pit's going strong. Woodcutter's going strong. We need to get a forester up over here. We need to get a forester up over yonder. And probably should get a preemptive forester up in these parts here. Okay, granary is going. Actually, hold up. We don't want a forester here. I intentionally wanted to deforest this area. We're going to be building industry, and I don't know if I had plans to build more houses here, but after looking at what I have just in this area, I'm really scared about what happens when I fill this whole town out. We're definitely going to have a granary centralized for chicken egg gathering. The majority of these guys are going to be chickens. I feel inclined to do meat, though it doesn't make sense, but it's historically accurate. But the yields will be such terrible yields. We're at 6 months on food. Fuel is 12 months. Oh, look at this. We're doing great. Okay. So yeah, I need a family to move into here for bread. We are going to need to get a baker up. Menial oven. Oh, don't have the goods. We're a few points shy, and then I will have the money to buy that trade route. So let's just keep getting that passive wealth per family up. Every month, getting 2 regional wealth per family cannot hurt you. All right, beautiful. Yeah, you sooner or later you get smashed like this. That's why I was saying it's probably going to take me 14 or so hours to fully do this, but what I'll end up doing is just editing out a lot of that downtime. But the most interesting part of the build is always how do you get there, right? Because I will get to a point where I have more money than I know what to do with and everything like that. I have more food. But building up to that point and dealing with the logistical early game hurdles, that's where the challenge really is. Always has been. And we need more storehouse. But you can see that I'm going to need a lot more storehouses. And I'm going to need a lot more everything else for market stalls. So we're going to put another store. We're going to put 2 storehouses preemptively here. Granary I can't do because I don't have that stone. I have 183 clams, so now we're about to buy a very lucrative... Almost brought that one back. Wrong route. We're going to buy a warbow route, and that's going to start really bringing in the money. At some point in the future, I will start selling other things. We're going to have to boot the berries up to selling anything over 250. We're going to start needing more of our own food. Plank production, I can start selling anything over 100 planks. We just really need to ramp up our trade, get this flowing, get ourselves into tier 2. The booze, ooh, look at that. That's looking nice. I did kind of screw up. No, that's rye and that's barley. They look the same. But yeah, they would alternate, but we're playing to a different beat of our own drum. And that's going to be a beautiful yield of food for us, man. Alright, so let's get one individual into this windmill. Let's get that bread pumping. I need 10 stone. I got 5 stone for the granary. Alright, I need to get the bread in order. Like I said, this granary is going to have a market stall, and you can see it's going to boot over into the main. So it's going to control the bread. That's going to work out just grand. Like I said, remember, as long as I have bread in this granary, I don't have to worry about that marketplace. Once the bread's out of here, then they'll eat the bread from the marketplace, and then it just has to restock it. And it's really not going to be as big of a deal as you think. They really cheesed market stalls so that people could have bigger builds like this. And so I think it was absolutely a move in the right direction because it was really annoying having to have very constrictive builds. It really does open the game up and allow you to build in a different way. But this is, like, look at the city so far. So imagine all those areas are going to be full of people. My 4090 is going to heat my home to a healthy 80 degrees. Because it's like 66 right now. But this thing is going to burn a hole in the ozone layer. And, yeah, I think it can definitely handle it. It's going to be great. All right, forester here. Let's put a person in the forester. I'm going to preemptively start getting forestry guys going. Because we are going to hit a wood crunch. Crunchy wood. And it's going to be expensive. Let's get the veggies up. Alright. So we got one individual there. I did not tell him to do a market stall setup. When it upgraded to a large granary, it returned the market stall feature on. What a jerk. Alright. We're in good shape, though. Nice. Look at this. We got a Burgage plot level 2 here. We can make the booze. Okay. So the malt house is now going to be turned on. The tavern is now going to be turned on. The Jesus has already turned on. I don't need anyone in there. I only need someone in there to bury the dead. Okay. And we need 10 stones. So I'm going to use 369. Woo! Okay. We're in business now. Let's turn that bad boy on for stone. I'm not gonna buy any trade. Oh shit. Okay. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. He He's coming to attack me. Oh, man. I've never been attacked this early. It's year 4. It's year 4, and I'm getting attacked by the Mongolians. They're all Mongolians, damn it. Okay. I don't have a lot of money, because I was just about to get the manor up so I can start taxing. I don't know if I'm gonna live. I don't have enough money to recruit someone for too long. If it's gonna take his army a while, okay. This is bad. This is bad. These guys are in Tossenbrook. This guy's in Wildfeld. Okay, so Wildfeld's right next to me. Okay. Tossenbrook's right here. Why the hell would they come out right next to that? I don't even know if he's gonna recruit them. So that my main concern is he's gonna recruit them if I don't. Alright, we're gonna go with the cheapies. We're gonna say let's have a tickle fight. Or whatever people do when they go to war. Alright, tickle fight commencing. Alright, so they're coming in from over there. I can afford them for a couple of months. I don't know where the hell he's gonna attack me from. Whew, this could be it, Scooby-Doo. This could be the end of everything. I need to get him. Oh shit, he's coming in on my backside. Okay. Okay, change of plans. And that sound see what I mean? Like I say the worst things. We're gonna run. We're gonna run around and we're gonna try to fight this battle. This is the worst battle ever on that bridge. Okay. All I can hope and pray is that the gods of me are wise and skilled enough to not suck. If I suck even just a little bit, we're all gonna die. So pray I do not suck. Run your asses for the love of God. Okay, I don't think these guys are gonna make it. They're gonna make it just in time to hit the enemy from the backside. This is the worst thing that ever happened to me in Manor Lords. Oh man. Yeah, I do have to fight them. Good point. Good point. Oh shit, I think they won. I think I just died. Yeah. Wait. Did I don't know what's going on. Did I lose? What did I do? Okay, so I don't know what's happening, but I think he had mercy, because I still have control of everything. I don't know how I won. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I didn't even get the fight. I was ready to prove myself. And all right, guys, I have a confession. I'm just really good. I'm really fucking good at this game. And I can't really tell you what I did there, because even I don't understand the full scope of how great I am. I don't know what happened. I honestly was like I was honestly 50-50 there whether or not I was gonna lose. I thought he actually won the war, and he didn't. So okay, well, I'm gonna save. That's crazy. And the legend of New Krakow continues. I don't know what the hell happened. There was nobody in the circle to fight, so he's like, all right, we're going. Bored Baron. He could have seen that it was futile to try to attack me across a bridge with a spear unit and an archer only armory. But what did we learn from that? Don't fight. Always run from battles. No, I don't know. It was in the history books. They'll write that I valiantly spit in the face of the Baron, and that he ran away crying. And but in reality, he probably did just get bored. He was just really bored, and he just left. So, thankfully for us, that was the most awkward encounter I've ever had with another Baron before. All right, we're gonna get the manor up finally, so we can start taxing. So future battles, we're going to try to fight in here, and it's going to be fantastic. All right, we need a little bit more stone, but let's get this up so we can start doing taxes. We're definitely going to need all the mercenaries we can get. All right, we're at 29 out of 29. People are not a problem right now. Oh, nice. Here we go. Tier 2. This is going to be a blacksmith. Okay? This right here, let's let that booze start flowing. We got the malt house going. We got the barley. Ooh, look at all that barley. Look at all that grain. We're going to have it really going on here shortly. And let's get this gent up here going as soon as I get some stone in. We're at 268 regional wealth. We've got food and berries. Yeah, we got lots of good stuff coming in. Marketplace, we're near our 100%, so we need another storehouse. We're going to need so many freaking market stalls. I'm probably going to even need a bigger marketplace. No, 68 locations should do it. But holy cow, are we going to need market stalls. Okay. I'm just going to get one guy in each of these. And I mean, like, honestly, let's just go the distance. Let's just get these market stalls going and ready for the expansion period that's coming in. Because once I start rolling down the road, we are not stopping. Alright, we have money, so we definitely need to continue to purchase ox. I have 17 spaces, so we need to start upgrading these dudes to pitching posts, to stables. Get a bunch more space. Perfect. Boards are going wild. Everybody's going wild. We need to get ourselves a second archer. Eventually, like I said, we're going to switch to crossbows. Got the cobbler. We got the boyer. We got the boozer. Let's get this plot up too for future boozing. And now we can get our wonderful blacksmith shop. Start turning the widget machine on and getting crossbows made. And then we can get crossbowmen up. This is fantastic. 90% public order. Lack of administrative buildings. Okay. So it looks like I need to get the tax office up or that big tower. No, that's the big tower. I think they were going to make it so that the tax office was an actual requirement for getting taxes from your people. The game is going to change in so many fundamental ways. It's actually really interesting. If I were to ever to fall off the face of the earth, someone else would have to take the mantle on guides, because I think a lot of this is going to be very different. But so far, I'm still alive. Here we go. Alright, tier 2 it. Blacksmith. Alright, widget factory is turning on. I am gonna not really put a limit. We're just gonna turn everything we got into widgets. Well, they're not called widgets. They're called, I should use proper term, iron parts. Okay. Iron part makers on. So our money train is about to take a halt while we build towards something a little bit better. But as I retire bowmen, we'll get our trade items better. So we're going to set production limit of such. I'm actually going to retire this individual to get this crossbow going. I think I'll retire this guy too. I want to make sure that the bows are getting up to speed. We want to get crossbowmen ASAP, as we're going to get attacked again. And I don't think he's going to get bored next time. I think next time he's going to slap me around. So I want to be ready for that. We also need to get a joiner up. So here we go. Let's get the joiner. Start making shields. We need to start importing iron ore so that we can make more of everything. So let's get this show on the road. Let me see what I want to do here. Yeah, we want to get iron ore. We have 64. I'm not going to buy a route for this yet. I'm going to let people come in and trade small amounts of iron ore to us. And because we're doing that, we want to be smart. Let's set a production limit on big shields. We do want to have at least one spearman for the time being. The blacksmith, I am going to set a production limit to 30 on these. We don't want to overdo it. We don't need to. I need someone to build. I'll wait for a family to move in. 11 people don't like me, but we have a 76% approval rating. Ooh, here we go. Now here's the question. Is this enough families to harvest everything? I'm going to say no. Oh, God. What happened to all the pretty pictures? What happened to all the pretty pictures? I don't think we had enough people. Yeah, that's true. In the previous battle I did, or the previous previous live stream, I asked for harder battles, and now they just won't even fight me. We did not have enough people to harvest everything. So that's crazy. We're like literally gonna need so many farmers. This is awful. Okay. We do have... Okay, I don't want booze stored here. That's crazy to me. I also don't want any of this stuff. I only want bread. Yeah, all the other stuff here is good. We don't want any of this jargon. Let's upgrade this bad boy. Oh boy. Well, I'm a little sad. Actually, I'm a lot of sad. We lost out on a good chunk of work there. But it will work out. And it is kind of teaching me that I need more houses over here so they're closer to their jobs. Oh, Lord. Let's get the whole block out. Yeah, that's cool. That's a double ply. That's fine. Perfect. Alright, well, at least the plows are working. Anyway, yeah, we need a lot of families right now. We're just going to keep going to tier 2, especially in the section where we're making all of our workers. Joiner is making his stuff. I think we're in good shape. Crossbows are coming along. How many crossbows do I have? Not too many. Start making spears, but as I import and as I get my bloomery going, we're going to be in really good shape. We don't really need to smithy too much anymore. Everybody else is doing fantastic. We're at 100% except for clothing because we're trying to catch up with boots right now. So you can see I'm easily hitting my 100% food variety bonuses. So don't worry about spreading out too much. Just worry about the location of your granary in proximity to this stuff. Do not store booze in this granary. You can almost say don't store booze in any granary, but I don't want malt. I certainly don't want flour or grain or any of that stuff stored here. Herbs. Okay, all this is good. I don't think I want berries over here either. Right, we're in great shape. He's just running resources. Like, why do I have barley all the way over here? I mean, if he'll bring the barley over to the malt, more power to him. All right, we got malt going. We got a little bit of booze going. I can go to tier 3 now because we have an entertainment supply of 31%. We're not going to do that because we don't have 4 food types. You have to be really careful about upgrading to tier 3 if you're not ready for it, and we are not ready for it. But we do want to go to tier 2. We're at 393 wealth, so the money is pouring in. The people are kind of being dicks, but it's okay. And the manor is still not up. So put that to highest. I need, yeah, it's because I have no one building, but that's okay. I need to get that built. I do need to get taxes coming in. But everything else is great. Let's get another ox. The build is very historical. It's looking very good. It's so much more to go. So much more to go. But we'll keep expanding farmland as we need it. And we have plenty of people to take the jobs. Cool, the mining pit over here is done. That's wonderful. Let's see what else we got going on here. Could have sworn we had some other stuff, but looks like we got all the iron, the clay. We'll have to start importing clay at some point. Don't need to do it quite yet. Nice. 100%. All right, we might put some goats up for time. We need to get a lot of crossbows. Think that this is going to start really producing for us. Let's upgrade this granary preemptively. Trying to see what I want to do here. Get everything we can to tier 2. But we have enough for a little bit of the population. We lost so much. We just did not have enough families. Whoa, God. The game was loading all the assets. Okay, but we got a big old thing of barley coming in. That's gonna be great. We got one family to build like 30 projects right now, so I gotta let them catch up. We're in hyperdrive now though, but I actually am almost at full capacity as far as families go. Until I go to tier 3. I personally prefer only to do one region. I find, yeah, I kind of agree with you there. Expanding to other regions is a pain in the ass. Right now, I'm mainly concerned about him coming over and just bitch slapping me. So, we need to get taxes going as soon as possible. And we need to get these people drunk and happy so I can tax them and keep above 75% approval. And I really want to start driving up to tier 3. Once I get the booze flowing, we're going to be in really good shape. And we got a lot of booze coming in. I could definitely start importing it, but I'd really prefer not to, especially since it's a pretty easy thing for us to produce. All right. All right, we're exporting. We're not even exporting berries anymore. We're importing iron ore by foot. Damn, I could start selling grain, probably. All right. Shoes, I could technically sell at some point. We're going to start losing money because we're not producing war bows. How many crossbows do I have? 0? All right, so this puts me in a kind of conundrum, right? Like, getting crossbows is temporary. Like, once you have crossbows, I'm like, do I want to build another boyar shop? Do I just want to keep waiting it out? I need to get my trade back on. So we're going to take a slight break and start producing warbows again because I need money. I'm broke. I need a more efficient trade item. That is one difficulty with not having a rich supply of something is I do need individuals to generate my wealth, which is the farmland. I need to start growing. So it's very intensive. It's like a lot of people. So it's like I can plow this no problem with 4 families, but harvesting it, oh my god. That's going to be a challenge. All right. We have enough to do quite a bit right now. 2 families. All right. Let's put one more dude in the trade shop. We need to get the trade really bustling out. Let's also make sure we're reserving the horses. Get our own trade routes going. Got Jesus. All right. 69. 31 large shields. I'm going to switch the blacksmith over to spear making. And we're going to try to get up to 36 spearmen. 1 full unit of spears and 1 full unit in the manor. Man, they were really taking their time to build that, but they gotta. That's the problem. They gotta really walk it. But this thing is gonna be a decent castle. It's gonna be really hard to penetrate. Man, place is humming. The food is coming in pretty darn well. Got everything going. Looks like we're able to keep everybody warm. Lack of entertainment starting to get everyone down. We're keeping a small amount of booze coming in, which is really making all the difference. Starting to think tier 3 possible. I am kind of scared to go to tier 3 though, because it's more families. The last thing I need is more families. All right, tier 2. All right, we're gonna keep a few families. We need a lot of families right now to help build. Oh, thank God, Manor's almost up. Got all the materials almost, just a few things of stone. Kind of wondering if I could put walls across the river. All right, Manor is up. The first thing we're going to do is start taxing the hell out of everybody. No, just a 10% tax. 1 family a month's fine for now. We just really got to get this thing going, and I really, really, really need to get retinue all the way up. So let's do something cool with this. Put it next to the bridge. Go. So that's the back side of it. Perfect. Couple things I need to do though first. Well, let me do it. Okay. Okay. So I really want to have the gatehouse on the bridge. So it's even more annoying. Okay, so we'll just honestly I don't even need a wall, I just need that. Cool. And this funny is this will not block archer shots. It won't. It will not block them. And we can put another tower right there. There we go. We got our nice little entrance. Eventually I'll do a whole wall around it. Perfect. This is actually really cool. So what kind of like went to historic towns were these satellites, right? So like large, veggie and apple farming, like that stuff could be done inside the city landscape, but it's small scale. Then you'd have, areas that kind of like dedicated themselves to it, plus other things. So we got that going on outside. And we got the main city here, and we got the farming sector over here. Eventually, though, that's why I'm going to release this whole thing as one video, and it's going to be like 12 or 14 hours. The introduction, though, is going to go over the final build, so you don't have to watch the whole thing to see the results. I'm going to like make a movie and take snippets of all the things, but eventually this whole city will be filled in. This whole area will be farmland, and it's going to be a very, very cool city. Oh, damn Mongolians, man. Ooh, we got four ranks of Mongolians, horseless Mongolians coming at us. Okay. So we're going to fight them in our super cool, not totally ready fort. And it's going to be a wonderful experience. We're going to fight them from across the bridge, though. This is going to become pretty vital. Yeah, well, like, Burgage plots like this were efficient because they would plow in straight lines. But since these plots aren't ever plowed, it doesn't make sense. Like, you don't have an ox, you don't have to ever plow the field, so... in historical sense, they were they were actually very efficient. But in game sense, I don't think so. But they're not terrible. They're not with the new extension plot for how veggies are harvested. They're not as bad as they used to be because that is usually like more towards the outside now. So that made them a little bit more efficient, more practical. Oh great, I'm stopping production. I'm gonna kill so many of my ox. I am going to kill so many ox. Oh god. Okay, let the ox. We're gonna kill like 17 ox if I don't get you guys out of here. Oh, this is not good. Okay. Alright. Well, it's not a Tacticat special if I don't obliterate all of my ox. Because you can hit your own ox with archer fire. We got 25 crossbowmen, which I am incredibly stoked about. Okay. Yeah, we need to let the ox get in here and get their jobs done so that we... Oh, 32 logs. You've got to be kidding me. Alright. Okay. This is going to be a nightmare. Well, I'm probably about to blow through around like 300 or 400 regional wealth worth of ox here in a second. So, there's nothing I can do. Wait. I could pause. Pause it. Okay. Gotta think on your feet sometimes. That would have been bad. That would have been bad. Oh my god.
Why do I have to carry this alone?
Okay, here they come. The town will be safe. But this will be the fort, so anyone coming in here will have to deal with archer fire. This will be great. I think this will actually line up as a very decent tactical point for the city. Like right on the southern tip, you know? So we can quickly rally or sally out there. Alright. Okay, my crossbowmen are grand. There we go. Yeah, I definitely have killed around 7 ox in one defensive stand once. It was pretty bad. But, you know, I still think that the ox in my village live blessed lives. It always chooses the wrong times to save. Alright. Come on, man. Shoot it well. Alright. We're going to start dropping them like flies here soon. There we go. Oh, this isn't good. We got 36 spears, though, thank God. Our crossbowmen are standing proud. Oof, that was nasty. We dropped a few. We're going to have to put someone in the church for sure. They're going to be burying bodies till next year. Oh, yeah. All right, the bridge is definitely holding strong. Keep our spears in defensive mode. They don't need to fight. They just need to... Oh. Okay. They can't get a good shot. And they changed the way pathfinding works, so you can't get as clear on the edges as you used to be able to. Alright. Come on, crossbows. Don't let me down. Jesus is watching. Okay. So when they do this, you have to do something called run away. It's a beautiful thing, though. So we're just going to run away, and we're going to shoot them from the sides. Come on, guys. Come on. Oh, God damn it! They did not get the memo. They did not get the memo. Come on, guys. There we go. All right. Okay. The archer's sacrifice will be remembered in all of New Krakow history. The crossbowmen have something against the archer militia because they just definitely just sat there. All right. There we go. We need to step back a couple feet. Come on. All right. This time, guys, don't let the archers get massacred. We lost six good men. All right. Everybody broke. Oh my God. That was bad. Oh, dude, they're not letting anybody get away. They were pissed. All right. Unpause the manor. Yeah, that was pretty decent, but that's why crossbows are so important, because you got one unit of crossbow, you got one spear, you can pretty much kill everybody. Except for this guy. He's magic. We also killed a wizard. So, yeah. Crossbowmen are definitely the most valuable people ever. Killing wizards. Alright. People are back. Let's get them to work. 4 free families. It's berry time. We need a total of 4 families to get all the berries. I'm gonna put 4th family there. I think that should do it. We got food coming in out our wazoo. Best place to put food. And a little bit of wood. Good amount. 54 roof tiles. 49 flour. A lot of iron parts. A lot of iron slabs. Perfect. We are importing iron. So we are going to need to put a production limit on slabs to 30. Otherwise, we'll just make an unlimited amount of slabs. Let's check our blacksmith. I don't think I put a cap on spears, so that was dangerous. All right, 25 spears, perfect. Let's put that cap to 30. I'm gonna go back to trying to produce crossbows now. We have no money. Screw it. We just gotta get the crossbows, man. We have 52 bodies to bury, so I gotta get someone in the church to start burying bodies. It's going to cause a pretty impressive negative. We are pulling in tax dollars. I also was able to get the most Poland-like heraldry that I could make, too, on this, so I was pretty proud about that. Everything is at 100%. So we're at 100% on everything in the marketplace, which was not possible to have a build like this and get that far before. We're waiting for a big old haul of barley to come in. There's quite a bit, 88. Ooh, okay. Now, I want more farming everywhere. I do really believe that we're going to need a substantial investment in farming. So I am going to put... I haven't decided what I want to do in this region. If I want to do more farms or if I want to do people. Kind of thinking farms around these guys would be pretty cool. But I'm also thinking that... right here makes more sense. We're gonna have farms back here. All right, 7 months. Firewood is becoming harder. Let's see what our boys are doing down here. I got 3 of these guys out here. Yep. Gonna need to get me some firewood. There's lunch. Oof, we got some nice places up here. I'm gonna put a woodcutter up in these parts. There's a good amount of wood over here I can start cutting down. All right, we got all of the berries. I'm just gonna, like I said, set it and forget it approach. It's my favorites. Crossbow's going. Got the mark of the beast for food. A lot of flour. All right, so the bread maker, I never got up. All right, let's get this bread maker up ASAP. Start getting some bread into our diet. We're getting close to having 4 food types secure, so I can start doing tier 3. Later, JP. All right. All right, we're broke again. Okay. Once we start getting enough of anything that I can start selling it, I'm going to start. Veggies, we can start selling anything over 250. I really don't care if they sell just a little bit of it. Like, we just need to pull anything that we can get. Our economy is kind of in shambles right now, but it's going to get there. But the village is strong. Yeah, the village is very strong. Oh yeah, we're going to be able to defend this location really easy now. One unit. Man, they're going to be... What's great is the further back I can get them, like this, the easier it is for my archers to shoot from the side. So we're going to have a little bottleneck area. I actually think I can do this now. So all you do is you have a little airlock. We need to get the road up. Okay. Here we go. So you just get an airlock like this. There we go. Perfect. And I can even move this back here. Need more locks, but I can get that going, and then they'll all come across the bridge into here. But we'll shoot them as they're coming across the bridge, and then we'll shoot them when they're in the little inside area. So this is going to be pretty lethal. I'm eventually going to have this whole dang thing as a nice layered castle. I don't think anybody can take it, especially if I get more crossbowmen, which we're going to do. There we go. But we really need to get our economy going because we have nothing to tax right now. Kind of a hard toss-up on what to prioritize when you're in this stage. Logistically, as long as I can fight them off, we'll be okay. We have a good amount of spearmen. Blacksmiths should definitely be working on... Nope, we have spears and large shields, so we have enough to get these. Right now, we just need people for our army. Perfect. All right. And you can see that we're growing a nice assortment of veggies in this area. Not bad. I think a lot of these pantries might be full. Nope. No, none of them are full. A couple of them are getting there. Oof. Why does he have planks in his pantry? What a jerk. He's hoarding. We got hoarders in this village. It's like the worst. All right. Yeah, we're in good shape. A lot of building projects still to be done, so I'm going to have to let the families kind of accumulate. Let them come in and accumulate and start building. But we're just going to have to pray we don't get attacked. Though I do think I could take the Lord's army, especially with that bridge and spearmen and crossbows. But yeah, we're doing great. Making a little bit of cash. All right, perfect. Nice. Keep upgrading to tier 2. Again, I'm staying away from tier 3 because when we go to tier 3, we need a 4th food type, and that lack of tavern supply becomes dramatic detriment to approval. Right now, we're getting -15 just from not having enough booze. So once my booze becomes more permanent, which is going to happen here momentarily. Okay, we got a bunch of families out. I still have to see if this is enough. They're doing an okay enough job. Once these houses get up, they won't be so far away from their job site. That's really hurting us right now. So we need to get all these houses up and put them into employment in this farmhouse. But holy cow, there we go. 22, yeah. Look at them go. They're like ants. Like hungry, hungry hippos. The beautiful thing that we're seeing. Okay, that was more than enough to do what was needed. Looks like Yeah, and the ox are going already and replowing the farms. Oh yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. That is so much barley and so much food for just one farmhouse. The oxes are definitely a force multiplier in terms of reducing the cost of how many people you need to get that stuff plowing. Like while they're farming, they're plowing. Things are catching up. We got over 100 rye, and the barley is still flowing. We got 359. Oh my good. Holy fuck. Holy shit. 345 barley. Oh my god. That is enough. Oh god. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. Enough for like all the families we have. Let the booze flow. Let the booze flow. No limit. We're going all out. Okay. That is a good sign that we can go to tier 3. Because it's going to get crazier than that. Yeah, eventually I will be selling ale. Yeah, and we do definitely need to clear this out. A good point. I planned on doing it. We need to clear this whole area for line of sight. So we're going to start cutting down the trees over here and kind of eating away at this area over here, but trying not to hit the animals. And that's right, we have that firewood, this guy over here. Put one dude up there. And then we're going to take one dude out from here. Alright. Getting houses up. Expand the living spaces in them. I only have a few double burgage plots. Almost everything I'm doing for the historic design is single, because that's kind of like really what they did. Except for the, you know, the big areas. Alright, tier 3. So, we have a 7% entertainment. The booze is going to start flowing. So, we're definitely going to need more than one brewer. I'm just going to do it. We're just going to get the second brewer up, because I feel like it's going to require a lot. We already have one malt house. That's great. We're making money again. I'm going to put second dude in the next malt house. I just want people to be working and working hard. We're going to go back into warbow production. I feel like we're probably where we need to be on crossbows. No, we're not. Alright, it looks like our other revenue is coming in, so we can afford it. Go to the blacksmith. He's making parts. Everybody's doing what they need to do. Okay, we're in good shape. Let's make sure that we have 100%. We're getting close to needing another granary worker. And we just need the families to start coming in now. Our tax dollars are starting to go to good use. Alright. I think we're going to have the military that we need. And I think we're almost at that point where you say, I've done it. And then it's just a matter of building the city. But this is kind of how all cities are. Like, you have your minor successes and you just expand naturally over time. Nice, the brewer's done. Multiple brewers. It's time for the booze to flow. I want to see that 100%. We have more than enough ale for it. What we're most likely going to need is a specialized granary that has all of the barley. But here you can see I have alcohol and barley. And why isn't that alcohol being put into the tavern? We're going to use the overstock tool to kind of rig the system. There we go. And let's get multiple families into the tavern so that they come and pull the ale. Most of the time you need at least 2 families to get it to work right. Okay, entertainment value is going back up. Perfect. Alright, yeah, we're getting there. Hoping the granary's not stealing from me again. It looks like they're living over here. Okay. Okay. We need to do a bit. A bit, yeah. We're gonna reassign everybody here. Okay. Well, that sucks. I'm gonna have to do it later.
We all know what that means.
Alright. Transporting. So, they're not supposed to be storing anything in these guys. Man, this thing's like jerking around. Yeah, these long plots aren't efficient because they have to travel such a long distance to get to them. And they don't always plant stuff on some of them. But you know what? It's the historic build, so we're trying to make this look historic versus you know, awesome. I like my city designs. I do think there's something to be said though about the aesthetics of a stylized city. I actually really like this setup. It does feel more Manor Lordsy to me. Like, it's wide, it's spread out. It's not, you know, like I build my cities like circuit boards, like, you know, machines. That's just how I think too. But it is kind of refreshing to play a build like this. It's cool. Outside of my comfort zone, so to speak. Windmill, oven. All right. So let's get people baking that bread. We just need so many people. I'm thinking about dropping the taxes down and going into a people renaissance. Do that. I think our biggest hurdle is going to be fuel. So we're going to go into bread. We're going to go into honey, and we're going to go into charcoal. We're going to need charcoal to heat all these homes. There's just going to be no way to get enough firewood. Charcoal basically doubles your firewood. So, yeah, it's going to be the only way we survive. We're getting attacked. Not taking any chances. We're playing on a harder difficulty. On these difficulties, I've had him like sally out with 20 men. Let's get all of our men organized. You know, technically speaking, is the best way to speak. You only have to have one unit in combat of the circle to get everything. The manor's kind of screwing things up for me right now. There we go.
Your orders. Pick up the pace. Faster. Move quickly. March. Yes, sire.
This is going to be interesting.
Yes, sire. Yes,
Okay,
sire.
yeah, we can... I think we can I don't think they can run around, but we'll find out. But, I can leave the retinue in the circle. I don't know where he's attacking me from. We'll find out. Hopefully he doesn't get bored this time. Oh shit. He's not only is he not bored, but he is fucking pissed. I gotta get someone out there fast. Okay, he's gonna start burning shit to the ground. He came out ready to piss on anything. What a jerk. Okay, alright, we need to stay in the circle. We can lose the whole war. It looks like the archers are going to have to take one for the team. So I don't even have to do that. Everybody else is going to run to strategic locations. The archers are most likely going to have to die. I'll try to run them back. Oh my god, that was almost pretty bad. But the real important question is, are we finally trashed? We are. We've done it. We've done it. We've hit peak trashiness, which means that we have 3 food types. We're almost at 4. I'm gonna need to get into bread. I need to get that bread going. Okay. The battle has begun. It's still showing me the battlefield location. Why is it doing this to me? It's supposed to go away. If I leave this circle, I think I lose. Oh man, this is not going the way I thought it was. Alright, we're making lots of mistakes today. All my guys are stuck. This is fucking bad. Alright. Come on, guys. This is weird. It's like, it's moving with, it's moving with them. Moving. Okay. The game is back on. It's back on. I got this. I know what we're gonna do. Oh, we were gonna piss these guys off something fierce. Okay. Archer. Okay, we're back. It's back on. Everybody needs to get behind the wall. Okay, crossbows. Do whatever you want. Just get the fuck back over there. We are gonna stay in the circle with this unit and lead the circle back here. I might not even need to do it, but that's what I'm doing. I do not want to chance it. All right, move a little. Where the hell are my Where's my backup, man? Oh no, they're all the way over there. Run! Okay, I think if I run them, I can get them over here. All right, and we're gonna sit all pretty like. Okay, we're doing it. All right, let's speed this up to ×4 mode. Look at that. We're all pretty. Get our crossbowmen a little bit more centered. I don't know what's gonna happen, if they're gonna be able to jump over the line here. All right, the circle is technically on the other side. I'm gonna retreat my archers. Retreat these guys back here. All right, we're ready. We're ready now. I love having my cake and eating it too. Oh no, I make the circle come to me. How I roll. Oh, here he comes. Oh, that's gonna hurt. He's gonna shoot us with his units too, though. But it's okay. Hold up. You can see he's going for my crossbowmen, so I'm gonna put the mercenaries like so to shoot back at the archers. Do this Okay.
Still. My
We
liege.
gotta figure out where their archers are shooting at us from. I can't see them. That's okay. Our crossbowmen are gonna start ripping these dudes apart, man. This is not gonna be very good for them. There we go. Crossbowmen, go! They're kind of shooting like wildly. First siege of the castle. We can watch from back here. Oh yeah.
Take no prisoners.
All right. It looks like they can't jump over. No, no, I did not tell you guys to move. Did not tell you guys to move. You are in stand your ground. All right, whatever. Some of the spearmen are gonna die, but that's for a good cause. All right, we're breaking a lot of them. All right, the crossbowmen are still unloading some good shots. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, those guys are toast. We lost 4 spearmen. All right, we broke everybody. And we won. It's a glorious day for New Krakow. So the new fort definitely is going to be able to eviscerate every army that comes at us. And if they come from the other direction, then we just get on the other side of the bridge. So we basically could just hop this bridge forever. Yeah. I'm not so we're good. If we can defeat the Lord that easily, I probably didn't even need these NPCs. I at least by the next raid I won't for sure, because we're gonna get rid of the bowman now, and we're gonna get our 3rd crossbow unit. Cool. Let's make sure that we're pumping out crossbows. We are. Make sure our blacksmith is pumping out the iron parts. He is, and we're in business. We are in business. And I just need to keep collecting some kind of tax, but I can't quite yet. We have 88 more bodies to bury. We're doing a great job. The booze is at 100%. I have 102 ale. We're going to start potentially trading alcohol. I have to think. We have 170. Well, I mean, eventually I'm going to be consuming this alcohol, and I really don't want to screw that up. I'm more apt to do something like bread. But our food situation isn't exactly great. You gotta be careful with these guys too. There's berries stored up here for God knows what reason. All right, 168. All right. We don't have 4 food types yet, so there's kind of a danger going to tier 3, even though I really do want to do it and get the money. It's gonna hurt. Fuel's kind of hurting. Tier 3 on these guys makes a whole lot of sense. Let's keep it going. All right. The ox are moving along. All right, so this area here is pretty critical to get all of this stuff out. Pop one in. Yeah, the circle following the army is definitely new. I've never seen it before, but my understanding is that if you leave that circle, that's what causes issues. I think that's what causes them to run away. But yeah, New Krakow is alive and well. We have more booze than I can currently drink. The malt is... We might need more malt houses. Have 2 going. And they're doing a great job. The alcohol is flowing so freaking crazily right now. We've got 2 brewers going. This is great. We're just basically at a point where families have to roll in. Oh man, this is cool. I got 2 more living facilities, so we're gonna have to expand another area. I'm kind of apt to getting this area up for farming, because I think that this will be something we need to expand and have living facilities near. So we're gonna get the 1st and 2nd installments. So one thing is when you look at the snap points from snap to road, like I want it to snap between the 2 points that I'm showing you here, because you can easily see that this is a little bit more than half. So it's like, ideally, you'd want it to snap more like right here. You can do one snap and then do snap to road, but it never, ever since the last patch, it just hasn't felt the same. But it's okay. We're doing great. I think I'm gonna get these these houses because I really want to start getting more farming out. We just need 10 wood. There we go. Yeah, we just need 10 wood. And we're real close. But we need more. We're going to have a lot of farms. We're going to have a lot more farms. I want the farms to kind of stretch out and around this area here. I might keep this for forest. I kind of like having the backdrop. Like, this is kind of like the foresty land, you know? Ooh, there's a worker that's been sitting in that mining pit. That is bad. I had to get rid of that. Sorry. Okay. So you can use the snap points here, but yeah, you gotta turn it off for these last parts. Oh man, they're just going through my timber. It's the saw pits. I might need to set the reserve to more like 10. But I thought that with how many people I have cutting down trees that... There we go. There we go. Cool, cool. We'll get those guys up. But because we're building single burgage plots, we're just going to need stupid amounts of granaries. But you will have... When you build a city that's over, you know, 200 or 300 families, you're typically always going to have what you need to get it done. You're going to have like 100 families sitting around doing nothing. So you might as well throw them into... logistical jobs. So we're gonna get in the design. I saw that there were actually granaries in the marketplace. There's like a big granary station. We're gonna just say that it's 2 granaries for the future market stalls. This is a great location because it's kind of centered to everything. So I'm gonna get 2 up here. I need 1 more log, and we'll just call this the granary area that I saw in the city layout for Krakow. Boom. And to make it more city-ish, I'm gonna put a road around it. Perfect. Let's make sure that we have enough I'm gonna upgrade the stone well. You need 1 per 50 burgage plots, but this will allow me to have 100 right there. I have other wells, tactical wells. We're gonna upgrade that too. Man, we're doing great. This one's up, and so... This is another one that I want to use. I'm actually okay with this one having farming in it, but we're going to hold off on putting anyone in it until I need to. So he's doing a great job. I'm going to put 1 more individual into this granary. And I'm actually going to put 1 more individual into this granary to help move stuff. And they are doing market stalls. And that is correct. Get another ox. Get another person in the oven. Feel like they're doing great. Feel like the main thing holding me back right now is we got yeah. I need to get bakeries up fast. Bakeries are just amazing. So you make 2 bread per flour. With that expansion, you make 4 bread per flour. So not only are we pulling in a dumb amount of flour and barley, but we're going to be pulling in a stupid amount of bread. We're going to be selling bread, for sure. We are going to be producing thousands of bread. It's going to be a big staple. All right. Once we hit 4 food types, we're not there yet. I don't want to go to tier 3 and regret it. That seems to be what happens. On hard mode, if you don't meet demands, it's much harder. They are much more pissy. Alright, we're gonna boot this up to 3 dudes. I really need to get some logs coming in for this major expansion phase. Forester hut, I'm gonna put... you really only need 1. So this is a conundrum. I'm gonna need additional stuff here soon. Oh man, we're doing great. New Krakow. Yeah. Let's just... Alright, let's take a break from me being a micromanaging crazy man. And let's take in the layout. So this is where some of the V's happen. This is a small little logging part of the town. But the bigger picture is, I'm going to have to move up. Let's go to the market square. So, Krakow in Poland has the largest market square in all of Europe to this date. So, what's interesting is it was, it had like plaza-like flooring. It looks much better than this. But the market stalls that I set up are actually exactly where the market stall areas were in Krakow. It's just a small part of the open area. But I like the open area because it allows you to kind of get a view of the city. It's like, a park and the New York Park and all that kind of stuff. And see over there, we can see the farming part of town. Over there, we can see, the houses associated with it. In the distance, you can even see those farmhouses. And you can see the apple farms over there. So from the main square, I can see like pretty much the furthest points of the entire area. You got the church in the center of town. And eventually, once I get more things up, we're going to have more taverns probably in this area. I think a tavern over here would make a whole lot of sense for barley production, and taverns and trade facing the inner courtyard market area. We're also going to need more Jesus. Yes. We do need to get another church up for the aesthetics. So that's just it. Like when you're building historically, you build things that you don't need because you're trying to add to the, the aesthetic value. Let me see. For some reason, I kind of feel like this church be weird. All right. See if I can do this. See if I can. Okay. I'm going to build it like this. And I'm going to have a road coming down. Perfect. And then what I like to do with the churches is use the shrines because they kind of look like gravestones. So I like to create the gravestone kind of effect around all of it. It definitely adds a little bit of zest into the design. And the more imperfect they are, the cooler it looks, kind of almost. It adds that authentic seal. But yeah, we're gonna surround this thing in shrines. The holy of granary with a nice little church around it. So that will be the secondary church for this area. Because religion is important. They need a place to pray before they go off and plow the fields. Yep, this is the Polish city of Krakow. It was actually the capital of Poland, I think, in 1100 AD. It was destroyed by the Mongolians in the mid-1200, like 1250-ish. And then I think in 1278-ish, they started rebuilding it using the pattern that you're seeing here. This is the model for the rebuilding of this city in the 13th century. Really, really cool. Someone gave me another city that I have to find my piece of paper. I was actually able to find the blueprints for a Norwegian city that someone had suggested to me that was in their they studied the history of it. They were Norwegian too. Shit, I'll have to find it. I have so many pieces of paper. Here it is, Trondheim. So if this series does really well, I'll definitely do another historical build. I think you'll be happy when you see the episode I have planned is gonna be like a history lesson on Krakow, and it's gonna go over the final build, and it's gonna be really interesting. It's gonna take me a while to complete, to be honest. I have actually already done all of it, the work, but I've done all the audio, but I have to do the visuals, and it takes quite a bit of time to compile, and every 3 to 5 seconds you're gonna have new imagery over 6 seconds, so it's like hundreds of video clips that I have to get all together. It's gonna take me a day or so to edit. It's probably gonna take me 2 or 3 hours to edit that 6 minutes. And then but I still have to get there. So I still have to finish the city, and I think it's going to take quite some time. But I'm going to film all of it, and it's going to be like a 10-hour episode. But I wanted to show people what I was working on because it's... I'm going to be going dark for a little bit while I finish this off. Give you guys something to look forward to. All right, we're not ready for tier 3. All right, so we got the sector over here. We're going to preemptively get these guys to the large granary so they're ready to go. And we're going to get the road there. Cool. Yeah, Norwegistan will one day live again. It will if, like I said, if this series does well enough for the effort involved in making it, I will for sure do another historical city. I've definitely beaten the horse of efficiency to death. I've created designs that I actually have another design, but it's so unnecessary on top of everything I've already made. I just like forget it. I'll wait for the next patch to start doing more designs. I've already done like 3 or 4 designs. Okay. So yeah, I thought I'd make some nice little evergreen content, as they call it. Something that has more value than the game, and that is recreating historical cities in Manor Lords. So it's up, like, for instance, I researched what made Krakow special, and it was that it had very fertile land, and 15 kilometers south of it, it had a salt mine, and so they traded a lot of salt. It actually became one of the biggest like trade hubs in Europe in the 13th, 14th century. It had a lot of things going for it. So, like, the plan is to take this region and start importing salt. We're gonna trade probably bread for salt, and then we're gonna sell salt at the tavern. I'm kind of like I'm doing my own victory condition Manor Lords gameplay. It's like kind of like in all those other city builders. It's like export 13 bananas. And this is like all those like random, you know, little tasks. So that's kind of like I've given myself the objectives to meet the historical guidelines of Krakow. All right, we're going to put one more dude into this, one more dude into that. Granary is getting really full. Okay, these guys are about to shine. They're gonna have to start shining. Yep. So, a bit of exciting news about Anno Rome is it's not out yet, but I was able to finally get into Ubisoft's creator program. But I can't, even if I were in the game, I actually couldn't tell you. But when Anno Rome comes out, I should be able to get early access, which means that I will be way ahead of the curve. And I'm really, really looking forward to Anno Rome and all the designs and everything I can do in that game as well. Look how close the marketplace. I'm changing my mind. This place is definitely going to do market stalls now. This is going to be the logistics hub. This place is going to do 2 market stalls. We're not, like I said, if long as you have the food, you don't have to worry. All right. I think we're also going to do potentially a storehouse for firewood. Maybe even over here. It would fit. Would fit if I weren't so freaking stupid. Alright, we're gonna delete this road. And we're gonna make ourselves a firewood storehouse that help assist with future markets. Okay. And I think we're gonna try to All right, we're gonna take that angle. We're gonna take that angle, and we're gonna take that angle. And we're gonna make it look historic. It's in a historic angle. All right, cool. Because yeah, we got apples coming out of here, so they can help with that. Or we're getting closer to our 100s once more. Looks like we need more granary workers. So, all right, these guys are ready to shine. I'm gonna do one each on these guys. Let them go. Perfection. We're at our 100s once more. Clothing, they're just catching up on the boots. We're over our food. The bread is finally starting to come in. We need to get tier 3 plots now. I have a few tier 3 plots. Okay, it's time to grow up. Let's actually get our farms to tier 3 first, since they'll benefit the most from it. There we go. That should get us a lot of points right there. Yeah, I'm really happy. You have to have a certain kind of view per video to get into the creator program, and thanks to you guys, I have like really shot up a lot in the last 2 months. I've been getting insane. I've been getting like a 300 to 400% more views than I normally get for over a month. So it's been pretty awesome. So I can either go into bread or I can go into beekeeping. I'm gonna be honest with you. We really need to get these apiaries up. We need 4 food types so that I can sustain. Okay, that was weird. I need 4 food types. So, a part of me feels like I am gonna put the apiaries in the market, but I don't know how to make them look aesthetic. Okay, we are going to. We're gonna have 24 of these. We're gonna say these are the plaza pieces. Yeah, we're gonna say these are the plazas. These are sculptures of our victory. They're not honeys. Okay, but what I would like to do is have them kind of roaded. I don't know if roaded is a correct term, but it's the term I'm giving. It's like saying tutelage, but with roads. Roadalage. All right. So we're gonna have a ton of apiaries. I think I might do apiaries all in this area. This little corner right here. To me, this would be perfect for more apiaries. But these granaries are just an enormously advantageous location. Yep, the region is going to be called Let me say this right. Velikska. Velikska. Or something like, that's already planned. This is going to be the Velitska territory down here when I take it. Yep, that's the name of the mine. So what's cool about the Velitska mine is that they actually had a cathedral completely carved out of salt in it. It sounds honestly like I want to go to Poland, and it sounds super cool. They got like kilometers worth of tunnels inside of the Velitska mine, and it is so gnarly. Oh wow, we're at 95%. Tax it up. Yeah, it sounds super cool. Now that I'm East Coaster, it's easier for me to go to Europe too. All right. And it looks like we can probably start. Nope, just need a few more logs. I wanted to get the castle going. We got 10 free families, so we could do something smart with them, or we could do something smart with them. And we're going to go into the bees. Now, if you don't get the honey out of the apiaries, they stop regenerating. So you need to get the honey out as fast as possible for these guys to really move. You almost are going to want a granary that's like just basically dedicated to moving honey. So we're going to put another granary right here. These are granaries for market stalls, and trust me, we are going to need them. Because we're replacing single burgage plots, we already need another one. But we're getting there. But we're going to do one for just the honey guys, because we're going to need to move this stuff as fast as possible. Perfect. It's historic, damn it. The historic Krakow honey market. Oh, man. Yeah, I had to, like, go to Google Translate, and I have to coach myself when I can't say them anymore, but I was able to say them correctly in my recordings. My American accent is just absurdly thick. I have such a hard time pronouncing any other language. If it sounds like hot dog, I can say it really well. But unfortunately, the Valinsky or whatever mine thing does not have anything, doesn't sound anything close to hot dog. I might have to call it the hot dog mine. That's what I'm getting at. All right. I won't do that. We're going to do bakeries now. Okay. So this is a tier 3. All right. Well, it's just the way of the world works. Bakery extension it is. No more ovens. Kaboom! No more ovens. And we're going to do 2 bakery extensions. And now the bread is going to start flowing. We just doubled our bread production. We're going to make twice as much bread from the flour. We have 146 barley. We have 113 flour. We have 238 grain. This windmill is popping up to 3. We are getting into motion. We're going to need additional windmills. I'm going to place them strategically. One right there looks pretty good to me. Oh boy. So we are in a massive blow-up phase now. We have 148 ale. We have all our shoes. Those two sentences actually go together very well. It's like we have a lot of booze and we still have our shoes. We have not lost our shoes. Can't tell you how many times I lost my shoes when I was drunk. Oh man. Okay, let's get the apiaries going. So many pairs of shoes lost in my youth. All right, here we go. We're doing great. Oh, nice. The church is looking snazzy. You can see all the dead people around it. I'm loving it. I might have to... oh, yeah. We were going to put houses around the church here. So let's get these houses up. Perfection. I do want it to look as snazzy as possible. Nope. We want it to go this way. Oof, no backyard extensions, eh? Let's see. Oh, no. Okay. I kind of like that. It's weird. Let's go with it. And I think for the rest of this, we're going to go with the creepy graveyard thing. I like the way it looks. It makes it look a lot more churchy. Church is not a church without a distinct graveyard of its lovely people around it. Can't wait till they add more decorations, man. There we go. Get that going. This is looking sharp already. We need to start getting some of these houses in here too. These houses, ooh, I likes that. There we go. That looks great. Okay, this is interesting. Thought I'd be able to get more. Wonder if I want to go a different direction. No, I do not want to do that. Okay, double Burgage plots it is. It doesn't look right. Let me see. There we go. I can do something unique here. I can, I don't know, have a carnival. All right. I need one more piece. Boom, 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 boom. I'm hoping and praying I could put a well here. Oh, so close, so close. Okay. I'll think of something to put there. Put a stable. Churchy, yep. My family is, my family from back in the day is from Wales, Wales in the United Kingdom, and mostly Norwegian and Finnish. So I'm primarily Northern European, like almost all, like 92%. Took a DNA test, but my family is Norwegian, primarily. Like almost all of them. Yeah, my dad's side of the family is Welsh, is from Wales originally, but that was in the 1600s. So I mean, we've bred a lot. And then my mom's side of the family is straight up from Norway. But both sides of my family, my father's side of the family came here in the early 1600s to the United States, and my mom's side of the family came here in the late 1600s. So my family's been here for like well over 300 years. But since my family's been here, we've predominantly only cultivated children. I don't know what the terminology is. I don't know. I don't know how to say this, but like, I think my ancestors may have been racist because it's like we've been here for 300 years and we only mated with people from our own background. It's kind of, I'm just like, dang, that's like, it's kind of sad. Kind of impressive. I don't know how to say it. Like, I don't know how to sugarcoat it. I was really surprised. I always thought I was more of a mutt, but I'm like absurdly Norwegian and English, Northern European. That's my background. But my family, I would say, has a lot of the Norwegian customs. My mom's side of the family lives in Minnesota, and they still, even to this day, cook a lot of traditional Norwegian type foods and stuff, and still have a lot of those cultural trends even after all those hundreds of years. I definitely look, and I definitely look Norwegian. I'm like 6 feet tall. I definitely have a Norwegian, the strong, kind of broad Norwegian nose. I look Norwegian as hell. Super white. No matter, I don't tan very easily. Nice. All right, we're gonna make sure that we get the advanced plows here preemptively. Ooh, why isn't this person happy? All right. We have more than 50 Burgage plots. We have 76 constructed. We're going to need another tavern to hit those other 50 plots. We're going to put our taverns over here. We're going to need a lot of taverns. We're going to need a lot of booze. I'm going to put a tavern there. And I'm going to put a tavern here. And we're gonna need a lot of taverns. This is nuts. I think I'm gonna put a tavern up here. It just makes me feel good. There we go. Tavern right there. I hope that's enough, because I have a lot of Burgage plots to make. No, I only speak English. I took 2 years of Spanish in high school, and I don't remember any of it. Well, no, that's not true. I remember some of it, but I'm definitely just the one language, and I think you could argue I'm not even that good at English. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a little surprising though. It's just like when you look at how diverse the United States is, especially. All right, let's get a bunch of dudes. Yeah, I'm super American though. I am an American. My family has fought in every single war in our nation's history. So, like, super American. I am the first firstborn male to not join the military in my family's entire history. And that was because my father did not want me to join the military. My father was disabled in service and hates the military for just what he experienced. So it kind of ended a lot of family tradition. But I was raised in a military family, and military families tend to be incredibly patriotic. It's to it's different. I think a lot of people think patriotism is like jumping up on a table and pissing all over everybody, talking about how great America is. But my father hates the government, but he's still an incredibly patriotic person. It's like patriotism is just essentially loyalty to the philosophies and principles that, they were brainwashed into thinking our country is founded on. Not entirely. I have my reservations, of course. Gotta love nationalism. Nationalism is what greases the wheel. There we go. Yeah, thank God. Okay, so I'll be honest. Everyone in my family fought for the Union. So I'm like, please tell me we didn't fight for the South. It's just like oh man. I'm from my mom's from Minnesota. I'm from California. So I was raised around a lot of diversity and a lot of different nationalities, and I was raised in a tourist town. So I've literally met people from around the globe. I've met people from Iran. I've met people from India, China, just like everywhere. So I love different nationalities, and I love people in general. So yeah, don't get me wrong. Ooh, that's nasty. I wouldn't really describe myself as a nationalist, though. I'm pretty disillusioned with the current state of thinkers. It's pretty bad. Gotta kill these bandits, man. Yeah, I don't know what hippie is. You know what I mean? Like, I think by most people's definition, I would be considered a hippie, or I would have been considered a hippie in my early youth, because I spent a lot of time in the outdoors, having fun, quote unquote. But yeah, we're winning real hard. Having fun, playing music, partying, hanging out with people. I never considered myself a hippie because I bathed like on a daily basis. So to me that's like I was a well-groomed hippie, I guess. I a highly hygienic hippie. That's kind of like that was kind of like my threshold for whether or not you're a hippie was like your hygiene. This sounds terrible, but it's true, dude. So, I mean, all my friends were hippies. A lot of my friends were hippies. But, yeah, good times. Yeah, I mean, I think the military is great, though. I think the military is good for getting you out of your comfort zone and teaching you skills, but then it's also not so great. At the end, I mean, like, at the end of the day, we're all just like a bunch of like hyper intelligent monkeys just trying to survive. I don't really fault anybody for any decision that they make. Life is a giant confusing mess, and it's really easy to look at people and judge them. But realistically speaking, I think most people actually are doing the best they can. There are, of course, people who are pieces of shit, but I think most people are actually pretty decent. Or they're as decent as their experiences have led them to be. But it's easy to think we're more than just monkeys. Oh man, we're doing really decent. We got some good wealth in since we're not buying alcohol. Look at that, 789 bread. Holy cow. Okay. Well, I think it's safe to assume we are winning at life. We're buying a route. We're getting that up. We're going to start selling bread. I'm going to stop selling veggies. Going to stop selling berries. And we're just going to put it all in on the bread. Look at that. Oh, that makes me happy. Two spears. Yeah, we're doing great. 2 spears and a bunch of crossbows. Okay. What do I need? I need a little bit more. So the blacksmith is going to start going into spears. And the warrior is going to start going back into warbows. And we're all going to be hunky-dory. Oh man, how many plots do I have? 76 constructed. Okay. We're probably going to get this tavern up over here, since it's close to a lot of things. I have a bunch of bodies I need to bury. I got a person over there in that church. Get an individual over there. Let's turn on the clay kiln and start clay furnace. Is already on. We need to start importing raw clay. Okay. We're going to do a quota of 20. And we are going to need to set a limit on roof tiles so that we don't go insane on the imports. I think a healthy 60 tiles is good. Yeah, I'll go into mail armor in a bit. My economy is currently a little rocky. But the bread is coming in, the veggies are coming in, the berries, the apples. We have our 4 food types. We have more alcohol than anyone should ever consume. And so we're going into full gear. Let's get the honeys going. All right, so this is going to be important. We are going to do something a little different. We're going to say to everyone, they are not allowed to touch my honeys. So this is going to be quite annoying. I don't want anybody touching the honeys. Oh boy. Okay. So we're going to have to go to each granary and disable it. This gentleman here, 2 of them, are going to be the honey watchers. And they are going to facilitate the movement of all honey. And it should still go into market stall. We'll have to play it by ear. Yeah, a corpse pit near all this would actually do a decent job of streamlining, for sure. All right, 85%. What are we taxing these folks? Well, looks like we're jumping that up to 15. Oh, the king's tax gonna start hurting. Well, when that happens, you got to go to tier 3 as fast as possible. 1 person in. Overstock 10. Upgrade to large. Cool. The booze will flow. The booze will flow. This is great. And eventually I'm going to have to get a tactical granary. We have one here. And we have one here. We're going to do just chicken eggs and bread here. He's going to also be helping with the that. But look how much freaking bread I have. It's stupid. Okay, apples are going a little bit harder than I thought. So I must have miscalculated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. If I had 10. Okay. So these are actually a corpse pit and a half worth. That's pretty good. So that's really good. We're doing kind of what's going on there. Why are my apples so high? Oh, the veggies are just coming in. Okay. Okay. So everything is coming together. The extra families just really help out, man. All right. We're doing great. I think everything is actually at a good equilibrium. We have 316 rye. We're going to get another windmill going. I'm going to pop this down to 2, put him up to 2. We have 2 bakeries just flooding. We may... Oh, you stupid jerk. I don't need to hire mercenaries anymore. I did not mean to do that either. Okay. Well, this guy really wants to test... Really wants to die. I'm going to help him out. That request. There they are. They're not burning everything to the ground, so that's nice. Look at that. It looks so much nicer with all that stupid wood gun. Okay. Perfect. Spearmen here. Crossbow. 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 Retinue. Alright, the retinue are the most expendable thing that I have because money is easy to get. So I'm gonna get the war started and then retreat them back. Oh, freak, they're all the way over there. They better not start swimming. I do not have time for swimming lessons. Oh, this ox is dead. He lost his guide when I recruited him for war. Oh, no, 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 no. I got too far away. That is one bad thing about big cities, my friends. One bad thing about big cities. Don't get too far away. Holy cow, dude. They're like, oh, you're going to retreat to your castle? We're going to burn your freaking city. All right. Well, the retinue may have to take one for the team. Okay. Retinue is going to take one for the team. Run! All right. Okay. It looks like... Oh, shit. Circle's not moving. Is it moving? Okay, the circle is moving. So once you get the war to start, you can run. Okay, cool. Good to know. All right. They want to talk. They want to talk to me. They really like talking to me. I don't know why. All right, here they come. Oh, shit. Look at that. They came in. All right. It's all good. Oh, he's going to get torn. We have 4. Okay, we have 4 crossbows, all right? 4. This guy is so toast. Oh, nasty. Drops like 5 of them. Run, run, ox, run. This is not a zone for you. Oh, man. This is a beautiful scene right here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like shooting fish in a barrel, man. Go into cinematic mood. Whoa, dude, they're still coming hot. These guys got balls. Down to the last man. All right, here they come. Oh, man. There's so many crossbowmen shooting at them. Yeah, this is really brutal. Dude, those guys have some balls. What's cool is they shoot people who are fleeing now. That's one of my favorite things. Oh no, this guy got stuck. Oh, he's about to have a bad day. Oh god. Oh, shit. Shit, 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 shit. They are shooting my men. I do not want to lose too many of my folk because these crossbows are a little pricey. We're going to pull our archers back, and we're going to shoot the shit out of these guys. I need to cut this wood area. You can see they're fighting from the woods. So we got to cut that down. I'm actually going to move the cut area over here. All right, there we go. Boom, boom. We lost 2 crossbowmen, which is really sad. But we're about to devour these archers. I like how you can hear a random woman just always screaming in the background when you're in these fights. Like, nothing's happening to you, lady. You're fine. It's freaking Thomas that died. Oh, there we go. Sometimes they bunch up. And when they bunch up like that, they don't hit too well. Oof. Alright, let's get these guys in the position. I need to start getting these guys armored, too. Here we go. There we go. Now we're seeing bodies drop. Holy cow. What in the f... I left... Oh, my God. It says I didn't finish the war. Okay. They're gonna start burning my city down. Okay. Oh, what's going on with this? What the shit, dude? That war went on for so long. They sent a whole nother army to burn my town down. Now I have like I broke the counter on bodies that need to be buried. It won't. It's too many to count. Too many to count. So at this point, yeah, we are gonna have to just get a corpse pit up right here. It's gonna take the church's 13 years to get all these bodies buried. Let's get this corpse pit up. Let's get a guy in there and let's get this done. Brutal. We're at 2,000 food. A lot of veggies, apples. Honey's gonna start coming in here momentarily. Now remember, everything is eaten equally. So it's eating the honey equally too. It's going to be a little brutal at first. We're going to have to get the chicken man. Okay, it's chicken time. So we're going to have to start getting an absurd amount of chicken market stall workers. But I want to start getting multiple food types up as much as possible so I can start accumulating honey. That will help with market logistics as well. I'm going to bump this dude up to 3. I'm just going to allow extra market stalls and utilize the 2 extra family members to move chicken eggs. I'm going to need this stuff anyway. And you can already see that the storehouses are going nuts. All right. I'm going to need extra storehouses, but we're doing all right. We're still at 100%. So you can even see, even with this, ooh, look at the firewood. That is a scary, scary thing. We're going to have to get coal up ASAP. I need 2 more tier 3s. 2 months of firewood somehow. That's cool. Alright. Let me see what's going on. I think we're going to need... Oh, they burnt down a farmhouse. They burnt down my farmhouse. Man. What's crazy is look how much wheat and barley I'm getting just off this little bit of land. It's kind of absurd. That's what's stupid about high fertility. You don't even need it. Like, you just have, like, one little patch of high fertility is all you need. I wish that we had some better areas in these croplands, you know what I mean? Alright. Let's get these chicken dudes up to tier 3. And that will get me the point I need to start doing charcoal. I'm hoping for more tavern variety. That would be great. But you can see it. The stream, we're 3 hours in, and I have, like, at least 15 hours of families moving in. Like, at least. But I'm going to fill this whole city out. I'm going to balance all the food. The remaining hours of watching, like when I put the film together, aren't going to be this way. it's going to be more episodic and like this happened and this happened. And I'm going to try to keep it progressive so that it's not a total bore fest, but maybe I should try to like aim to shrink it down into 4 hours or something. I don't think anyone's going to watch 10 hours of this. I don't know. Maybe someone would. All right, we got that level. I need enough construction. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our last point. Full. And we're doing that because we're going to run out of firewood. Now, what I would like them to do is allow you to purchase more points with regional wealth, the treasury. Make it like 10,000, then 50,000, then 100,000, then 200,000. You know what I mean? Like, make it hard, but like give money a purpose and allow us to have more points. It doesn't have to be easy. You know what I mean? Like, you could make it a task, but it would give you late game content. It would give you something to generate taxes for, something to build towards. So I probably need to suggest that. I actually even haven't suggested that idea. Okay. Trying to think. We don't have a whole lot of families right now. I'm honestly really surprised at how well... Here's the quote. How well the farming is holding up with plowing and all that. It's kind of insane. So, a big fire pit would look really good in the center of town, but I think we're going to go for something a little classy. So, I think... We have the storehouse over here, right? So, I'm thinking coal production right here. And another woodcutter back here. We're going to keep these woods, and we're going to do wood cutting. We got the forester right there. And its radius is this area. This is going to be great. And then we got the storehouse right here. And the only thing that this storehouse is going to do is firewood and coal. Ba-boom. And it is going to have market stalls. Perfect. And then it can run to market with firewood and coal. And everybody is happy. Perfection. Alright, food is just absurd. We might have to do a little bit more barley. We got iron, we got malt, we got clay. How many files do I have? Oh my god, 211 shoes. I put a cap on shoes. Oh boy. Oh, 300. Yep, because we're going to have... Easily. I'm going to probably need more taverns as well. These guys are good. Alright, so this guy's going... So we have 100% entertainment. So, put 2 dudes in the tavern. Keep that going. Alright, we got the booze flowing. This is great. Yeah, I'm probably going to need more of everything at some point. But I got the farms ready to go. We just got to do some more strips. So we're going to come down with the farming this way. This is going to be great. Once I get this woodcutter up. Charcoal there. All right. Yeah, we just need the families. We're at 76%, so we're pulling in 2 families. We got 23 available living spaces. Once I start going to tier 3, the population is going to balloon, and it is not going to be pretty. I think we're going to have well over... Okay, so we're at 316. I'm going to double my population. 7. I think this city's going to be between 2,000 and 3,000 people now. I think it's going to be about 2,000 to 3,000 people. Oh, man. Yeah. This is going to be a doozy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we got 2 honey people. What we want to see is that there's no honey in these things. There's honey. They're not making more honeycombs. They can have up to 2 honeycombs at a time. But we got to get this honey out so that the honeycomb can regenerate. There we go. He got both. Okay, so it looks like we're doing a good job of moving honey. I'm going to say we need 1 more honey man. We need the honey man. All right, where are you, asshole? Oh, he's going home. Okay. Okay. I guess I have to allow them to sleep. I'll give them that. All right, fuel is not being... Man, fuel is going to be pain. 1.1 thousand bread. Okay. Our wealth is starting to stabilize. Bread is going to be definitely useful for when we get to different points in this game. What's livestock? We already got 2 horses. We got 45 bread in there already. We're just not selling the bread fast enough. Okay. I'm hoping that they up trade a little bit. But we're going to probably trade bread for salt when I take that region. And we're going to have a lot of donkeys moving salt in. It's going to be wonderful. We got enough taverns for another 100 burgage plots. We have 21 burgage plots that can be moved into. Oh man, this city is epic. It's actually really cool. I mean, this is I do like the city layout. I do like the spread out feel. Like I said, my designs are usually clustered as much together as possible. Let's put 1 person into the corpse pit. Or nope, we don't need him right now. We'll wait till the next war. Perfect. Everything here is perfect. 152 planks. Okay. I want to make this, so perfect. Let's commit to that. Nice. Now we can let them come in, and we can shoot them in the fish trap. Eventually, I'll get a whole castle around this area. A lot of wood to be removed. We will get to a point where I don't need wood as much anymore, like when I have a lot of this area built up. Perfection. 64% due to the taxation. Negative 20% unburied bodies, negative 1. That was previous month. Taxation is only causing negative 9. Okay. There are things I could do better, but so I am playing this on challenging mode with the highest demand. So we're able to fulfill the needs of a lot of people, even on the harder difficulties. So if I can do this, you guys could easily do a historic build that has a lot of inefficiencies. You just need to make sure that you are understanding those inefficiencies, and that's why you see that I have an absurd amount of tactical granaries. I mean, they're even putting apples in this large granary closest, it looks like. Let's start upgrading all of these guys to tier 3. We only have so much clay coming in, so we want to be smart. We also only have so much wood. All right. Oof. We got to get our monies coming in, though, for the taxes. This is one bad thing about this build where it might break, is that eventually the taxes will be greater than I can probably pay because they tax you by family. And each family can only bring in 2. And you eventually get to the point where you're taxed 3 per family. So trade has to make up for it. So the game isn't really built to allow this. So if you do this, I would suggest turning off the king's tax. Just a heads up. Because we will get to a point where I probably am going to be like $1 billion in debt. And that's not because the city isn't good, because trade sucks and trade is not efficient. But they're going to change that. So builds like this will be more practical. But you can still do this, but just turn off the annual royal tax. All right, let's start making crossbows again. Get our guys all up. But basically what I'm getting at is I need to get these guys up. So there we go. And let's check out our blacksmith. He's making spears. We already got plenty of spears, I think. 31, yep. Looks like we just need more people. We're at population 323, so we're close to our full army potential. We are at exactly 100 families. Perfect. The food is just really coming in. The bread is great. The honey's starting to accumulate finally. So now honey will be a good trade item. Eggs are starting to accumulate. The eggs are offsetting a lot of the cost of other food items. That's why they're powerful. And we're going to go all in on you, chicken. These chickens are going to save this village eventually, but the logistical cost of these chickens is going to be immense. But we're going to have like hundreds of families sitting around doing nothing. I'm going to get one more bakery extension. I'm going to leave these guys alone. Because if I ever want to do more bakeries, I think that's the best place to do it. All right, we're going to pop him down to 1. Looks like we're getting through the wheat just fine. This is great. Let's order another ox. Beautiful. That's what I've been asking for is like, can I just attack the king and end the tax? It's just like, I don't want to like cheap out of paying the tax. Like, I just want to kill the king and not have to pay. I want to be a man. It's just like, I don't want to turn it off. I want to overcome the tyranny. All right, woodcutter on, charcoal burners going. A large storehouse is now activated, only facilitating firewood and coal and no other trade items. This is going to be great. It's going to help out a lot with our logistics. We're at 100% everything. Again, like I have said, you can easily hit 100%, and they don't consume items out of market stalls if they exist in granaries. That's it. So as long as I have more food of each type, so like the eggs, for instance, if they were to when they do the equal consumption, so I have vegetables, berries, bread, eggs, apples, honey. I have 6. You could even count the meat. I have 7. So it's going to take how much food I need per month, 100. It's going to divide it by 7, and then take that of all food groups I have between the granary and market stall equally. So, but it will take them out of the granary, and if they don't exist in the granary, it will take them out of the market stall. So the market stall is only filled if I fall below those thresholds. So the veggies, the berries, and the apples in the market stalls are likely the same veggies, berries, apples that I had from the beginning of the year when I first started the game. And that's because items in market food stalls have no spoilage rate, and because of the consumption mechanics. So the logistical burden of moving things to the marketplace, I mean, like, you're not even talking about halved. You're talking like it went from 100% down to 10%. Like, we're talking substantial, like 1,000% almost decline in the logistical cost of markets. So you can get away with just having a big bucket market like this just fine. And that's what I wanted to show you with a city design like this. What you have to pay attention to is the location of the granary and storehouse, because even firewood is taken, like, people do get firewood, but they take it out of the storehouse first. So they did that because it was just too tedious on the game's performance to have people coming in and out all the time like that. The royal tax is based on how many families you have. So, like I said, eventually it goes over. You make, on a tier 3, you make 2 regional wealth per, and eventually the annual royal tax like charges you like 3. So you have to offset that with trade, and you have to offset that with the 2 you get from that, and then you have to tax that regional wealth and get there. You can do it, but I'm just saying, like, it really makes, that's why I stress in a lot of my videos that the game just really rewards small, like like the game really rewards villages like this big. What you see here, this is about as big as you want a city to be. You like what I'm doing? This is epic. And my 4090 is gonna definitely warm my house tonight. I could feel it already. This is a lot of assets. Let me actually see. What is my VRAM at? I'm only using 8 of my 24 VRAM gigs right now. But I have a lot more I could do. Okay. Never mind. My graphics is like at 57%. So's my CPU. This game is ridiculously well optimized. So I got a lot more to add before this thing starts shorting out. But with ray trace, if you have ray tracing and things like that enabled for other games, you need quite a bit of VRAM. You need at least 16 gigs. But we have everything on max. I did not want to go to save. Another thing that I do is I turned off DLSS, so I'm not generating fake frames. So we're on 3D resolution scale on. I use VSync of 60 FPS because I record in 60 FPS, but I have everything on ultra, and I'm playing in 2K resolution. My CPU utilization right now is 20%. But I have an i9 14900. I have a fuck if I remember how many threads. Like, with cores, man, it's stupid. I think it's like 32 processors. Something stupid with multi-threading. Yeah, I have a really good computer. But it's so I can play games like this on the max graphics and upgrade this church. We don't need to, but I want to. I really wish the burn animations were a little bit better. I was able to get to 400 pop on my 1080 back when this game was in beta. 2.5 years ago. When it was like the demo came out. So, I mean, the game's pretty darn optimized. Alright, we're going to start upgrading this stuff to tier 3. We're just going to start upgrading anything and everything to tier 3. Alright, it's coming along. Let's do the litmus test. Go to the town center. Oof. The city's growing, man. Like I said, if you go to the town center, you can look around and see much of the design. So that's a new tavern. That tavern wasn't there when we were down here before. So we got tavern there. We got this dude rolling booze somewhere. We got the church and the graveyard. Got another tavern. Got the industrial sector. We got way more market stalls than we had before. It's really growing. You can see the granaries and the honey production. And you can see the housing is now expanding. Eventually there'll be houses in the distance over there, but we can still see the farmland. You can see some of the barley and wheat growing in the background. But yeah, it's getting big. The whole area is getting big. I'm kind of curious to see what some of these areas look like individually. Strip mining is pretty unique. Yeah, this is a nice little cozy farming sector. There we are. Yeah, this game is amazing. Very peaceful. Except for when the bandits come and that screaming lady won't shut up. Then it's not peaceful at all. So this is actually kind of crazy because this is the apple and veggie area. But what's interesting is that narrow streets like this, if you read the history, these were incredibly common. And what's kind of cool is you can see the cobble from the houses is kind of meshing into the main road. And this is really neat, actually, because it kind of feels like I'm in between a medieval alleyway. So I really do actually kind of dig this. This is cool. So as I get a lot of these guys up to tier 3. But like I said, you want to make sure you have roads in between them so they don't all kind of, you know, get weird. And it does look really nice to have these little pathways. There's a granary in the back right there. But this is cool. I like the vibe. It's a really cool vibe. And so that city, that little area is going strong. Got Woodcutter's Lodge going ham up there. And let's see, what other areas do we have? Oh yeah, we can't forget the fort. It's getting constructed, so that's looking pretty snazzy. Once I have the walls along the whole siding, it's gonna look pretty darn intimidating. So when you come to this area, you have to get past that castle to run into the city. So it's a really good choke point. Let me see what else we got going on here. There's this part of town. We haven't really spent a whole lot of time here. So this comes out pretty decent. Yeah, like I said, I like the way that they do their grid cities and the design for this in the 12th and 13th century because it does flow together really well. But once I get more and more and more stuff up and they go to tier 3, it's gonna get crazier. I know I went in here, but I didn't actually take that much of a peek around the town. We got lots of little loops and pathways. You can see you go from that road, and then there's another road going in these directions. That looks really nice. And then you got more and more houses this way. I think we're going to need potentially another road. And, oh, we already do have another road. That was what I was kind of talking about in the very beginning of this building. The way that they do their grids is they have a lot of good flow. It's essentially like 2 corpse pits per, and it just has a really good flow. And when you have certain roads going in different directions, it really does start to take on like the maze-like qualities of a large city. So when all this is up and running, it's going to be pretty dope. But from where we were in the very beginning, I mean, this place is growing. This place is growing really big. I mean, we're a monster city right now. But this is as historic as I could find that kind of matches the gameplay style that I enjoy and matches a somewhat efficient layout given the mechanics. And it's doing really well. It's definitely different from anything I would build, and I think it's kind of refreshing to take a different perspective. This is really cool. I can't wait to see this place when it's all full up. The main thing I want to see is, like, okay, so we're at 76 Burgage plots. I have more to go. We're going to have like 200, so we're going to have multiple large taverns. So, like, the tavern system is new, right? It used to just be you had one large tavern, but now tavern can only fulfill the needs of 50 Burgage plots at large. So you're going to have a lot of logistical, chains going on. We need that. We need a massive market. We're at 100% on everything. I'm going to need more granary workers. I'm just going to preemptively put 2 more in there. Okay, we're in good shape. And that's the 405 veggies, 350 berries, 657 bread, 14 eggs, 625 apples, 113 honey. So let's take a peek at, are we selling our bread finally? Let's go to the trade screen. We made 2,245 all time. Let's look at the previous year, 652. We bought a lot of clay. We sold some bows. We sold some berries, veggies. We bought a lot of stone. Sold barely any firewood. I might stop selling firewood. We purchased an enormous amount of iron, and that was to make our crossbow units, and we sold a lot of boards. So it seems like firewood is just taking up valuable logistical time. So I do like to look at this stuff. That's why I don't do herbs, right? Because they sell for 2, and they just take up time relative to some of the better items you can trade. So we're going to stop selling firewood. We might start selling large shields or something like that. Large shields could be a good one to sell, because you can just take the planks and make them even more valuable. We're going to hold off on purchasing anything else there. Man, all right. This is decent. Our food situation is surprising. And I'm not consuming as many veggies and apples because I'm producing so many different food types. So that's the secret to producing a lot of food, is produce a lot of food. But more importantly, variety. But yeah, realistically, like, seriously, just produce as much food as you possibly humanly can. And you typically will have a lot. I think we're going to have to increase some of the we're going to have to start farming more. We're starting to get to a point where we are consuming a lot of booze. That's going to be the hardest thing, is making sure that we don't if we ever over-consume our booze and I don't have enough booze for everybody, they're going to get so pissy. The whole city could collapse if I don't produce enough alcohol. So I got to be really careful about that. We're almost at 300 shoes. I don't think we needed 300 shoes. I don't think we're going to have 300 Burgage plots. Let's go to the cobbler. And let's boot this down to 240. We're probably going to get attacked here soon. We have 6 months of fuel. Let's get 2 more individuals into the kilns. And let's get 2 people in the woodcutter. Storehouse is doing okay, but we need to really up the amount of fuel that we're producing. We also need to start purchasing more ox. Though I do believe we have enough. Yeah, we have plenty of ox because we have ox that aren't even doing anything. All right. 2 people in the saw pit. I think we're going to keep that there. It looks like we're starting to finally clear this area with the logging camp. Ooh, okay. I'm feeling good. I think I want to bring him over here and just really solidify that. We got 3 people in that camp. And this forester is doing a good job of rebuilding this area. The woodcutter is doing a good job of cutting down any new trees. Kind of not good, but whatever. Church is looking decent. But yeah, it's looking sharp. It is looking sharp. Got 2.6 thousand influence. So at some point I'm going to need to attack the Lord. We haven't been hit by bandits in a while, so that's really cool. I like this V. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do in the spacing right here. I feel like it needs to be cool, but there are only so many choices. I can't put a well there, unfortunately. I can't put anything cool whatsoever. I think the only thing I can put there that looks any different is a hitching post. And the hitching posts don't look too cool at level 1, but when you upgrade them, they look pretty decent. So we'll just do that, give it a little bit of flair. This area back here, I'm going to save for additional industry. Like I said, this stays clear because this is the main court. You want that to be clear to stay to the historical trend. That I'm stealing though because I do need a place for honey, and I think that this is perfect for it. And these guys are doing great. We do. Oh, I do need a road right there. Perfect. We do need crossroads. Places for them to jaunt across. And I do need a road around this granary for good access. And we'll do a road like that. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. I'll eventually have a lot more apiaries because I think we're going to go up to 24 apiaries to hit that 2 honey per day. We're probably going to need like freaking 6 dudes in that granary though to move the honey fast enough. It's going to be pretty intense. Alright, level 3s. Let's just do it. Let's get these guys going. Every level 3 is just more money in our pocket and more families. We have 28 families in addition. We have 30 families to be able to move in. I still have all of this to fill with houses. I think bread's going to be good. At some point, I'm likely going to have to... Oh boy. This is going to be farming. I think I'm going to have to expand some of this stuff down. I'm going to need more veggies and I'm going to need more apples. Oh, this is going to be weird. Okay. I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm not... Chicken eggs are going to become a big part of the diet of these people, simply because I have all of these extra back plots. And we're going to have teams of granary workers that just are specified to just going out and getting chicken eggs. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be a whole economy around chicken eggs in this city. But yeah, I think we're going to be well over 2,000 pop. I think 2,000 pop is a pretty realistic goal for this, given how many Burgage plots I'm looking at. Alright, let's see if we're hitting our 100%. I don't think... What? Yep, we're still hitting 100s. Good shape. Yeah. I got you. But we're going to do all the honeys over here. It's going to look fine. They're, it's... I don't know... They're selling clay pots for historical context. I don't know. We have a lot of honey though. 155. The eggs are coming in. The bread seems to be equalizing out. The berries seem to be doing pretty well. The veggies are coming in pretty decent. We're completely out of points though. So our development is rye, orchards, heavy plow, bakeries, and apiaries and coal. And I feel like the bread was definitely the right direction to go.
Come on, laddie.
And so another thing I'd like to point out is we are alternating rye and barley and still getting max yields. I think that the rye and barley actually increase fertility for each other. So it's an interesting way to farm on really good fertile regions, and it's also something that I need to note for future when I'm in areas like this, is that anywhere I can grow barley, you can typically grow rye, but not always, as you can see. So, but on the same flip of that coin, if you already have the families devoted to that area, you might as well grow barley, even if it's only 4 or 5, because those families are going to sit around not working on those off years, and that hurts my soul. You can't be nice to these peasants. They need to know their place. So, but on a serious note, it's free resources. So interesting. Keep it going. All right, we are now at 12 months of fuel, 16 months of food. Something in me is telling me I gotta start thinking about the future here. So we're gonna put a back road, start connecting all these areas. That looks good to me. And I'm trying to think how I can do this, right? Because I need more. I'm almost thinking right here would make a whole lot of sense for more veggies and more apples. But I want to have a main road type energy. Okay. So we're going to do something historical, but also we're going to use corpse pits just to make sure this is lined. I'm going to do this. All right. And I want to try to make a pier if I can, because I love making piers. This is a little trick for all y'all. If you like Boardwalk Empire. There we go. We made a pier. Now they can look on the pier and look over and be like, man, this place is cool. We're going to get veggies and apples up right here. Here we go. Okay, so in proper grid format, right? Every 2 corpse pits about is where they would have intersections. If you look at the way they style their stuff, it's really cool because there's lots of good breaks and logistics. The really neat style. And then we're gonna go like so. Just like that. That's gonna be veggies, and then the next one's gonna be veggies. And then these guys are gonna be apples. But we're gonna need this food. We're gonna need these hubs. And they got the boardwalk, so they're gonna be happy campers. There we are. Yeah, vodka from potatoes would be sweet. There we are. Cool. We're gonna make this all kind of connect. Unfortunately, you can't connect bridge to bridge. You gotta kind of do things like this. There we go. They can take multiple routes now. So they for some reason they like going across bridges instead of roads. I don't know if they travel faster on bridges or something. It's just something I've noticed. See? He went, instead of going, that guy took the right, but that dude walked around just so he could go on the boardwalk. He's like, oh my god, the boardwalk. It looks really neat. Yeah, we need grapes in this game for sure, man. I would love anything to differentiate this game. One of the things that Greg talked about was for future DLCs having themes like Japan, Roman times, and stuff like that. So he's like, technically speaking, like once the system is, you know, hashed out, they could change the aesthetics. So. All right. We're doing great. Our approval's going down though because of taxes. We're able to pay the king, so I'm gonna drop taxes down to 5%. And we're really deforesting the area. So much for the forester here. Alright. Perfect. Okay. So, yeah, these look good. I need a little bit more wood. We just need literally one more piece of wood.
Summer's coming soon, and soon the beating sun.
150 boards, not bad. Come on, give me that wood.
Come on, laddie.
We're fighting with all the freaking bows we're making. There we go. Gonna be a little weird on that one side. And then on this side, I'm gonna do apples. And that will create a nice little 2 different sectors of apples and veggies. I think it will look good. I think everything's gonna look great. Apples on this side. I think we should definitely keep the road going. I'm gonna hold off on making any more boardwalks. I just wanted the one boardwalk. Royal tax has been increased. Oh god, that is a big increase in taxes too. Okay. All right. So for the apple orchards, I'm gonna try to keep it within historical context, but I'm also gonna try to keep it from keeping me up at night. So we're gonna do slightly bigger plots like so, and these aren't long enough. There we go. Those are good. Those are good enough for me to sleep tonight. But I did not get the breaker road. Perfect. I think I'm just gonna get the road up to... Is that long enough? Okay. There we go. Hard to see where everything is. But this should do well. I say 2 long Burgage plots per. Like that. Oh, that's good. Those are good. Perfect. There we are. Those are really good too. Those are going to produce a lot of apples. There we go. Cool. So we got our veggies. We got our apples. Like I said, no thought. You just make big old lines. No brondos. Nothing. Veggies. Veggies. All right. This is looking pretty sharp now. We got our little intersection road here, so it's got some breakups. Apples there. This place is coming along really nice. Perfect. Oh man. For 3, what's our booze situation? 100%. We're doing good on the alcohol. I'm gonna have to do more strips. So we're gonna keep with the form. We really want to make sure if we can have walls. We're kind of up against the border here, so it gets a little weird. But we really want to make sure that we have roads for people to cross. Roads were really, really common, pushing across and separating farmland in this time. I know in some of my designs I had them all interconnected, but that's really not how they had lots of roads because they, you know, needed to push. They needed to walk and all that kind of stuff. So logistically, you do want to have your roads. There's still so much to build, man. We're going. I have 44 available living spaces for families, and I haven't even touched the other areas I'm building in. All right, we got the church there. We got the church there. I feel like we're missing a little bit of Jesus over here, so I think we're gonna put another church right here. All right, another church. The road. Pretty it up. we're gonna pull this road right here. All right, we got another war. I don't think he's ready for me, though. I think we're gonna fight this one on the battlefield. I wanna show him what we're made out of. Fight in the marketplace. The historic marketplace. These guys need to be too thick. Oh, son of a... Alright. We'll have this guy... We have to stay close enough that they don't start burning things to the ground, so... And I also need to show my people what they work so hard for. We need to hear their screams. Okay. Let's get these guys lined up. Alright, there they are. I need to get in this circle, though. Okay, circle it is. The circle's gonna move now towards me. Let's slow this down. What side are they gonna try to flank me on? The right side. All right, let's get our guys over to the right, and let's see how many of them we can annihilate before they even get to us. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh yeah, that's what's great about crossbows is you can take out any unit from the front. They're all gonna get hurt. All right, they're coming in hot. We're not too concerned about really anything. All right, we broke them. These bandits aren't gonna stand a chance. Our crossbowmen should start focusing on their archers any time now. Oh, this is good. This is real good. They don't know what to do. Okay. I'm gonna try to take out all of their archers. I think my guys are fine. They are gonna all push forward. And this guy is gonna start flank shotting. And these dudes are gonna take out the archers. Here we go. Time to die. There we go. They're gonna start falling down big time now. Whew. Yeah, that didn't last long. Okay, all of them dead. Yeah, they can't even take me in an open field battle. I think I lost 2 men. And I replaced them. And faster than I lost them. Alright, well, at least we had the guys next to the church. So that's another added advantage of all these churches is to bury the dead. Bury the many dead. Oh, man. Oh, no, this city is going to be easy to optimize, man. You just need to have a lot of people. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for me. We're at that 4-hour mark. So the rest of the series, I'm going to post a video of the introduction, and then I'm going to post the remaining part of this. So hopefully I can finish this sometime tomorrow. I don't know, though. There is so much to build, but we're getting really close, and the full city is going to look amazing. So everybody have a great rest of your night.